all the secret R.Talsorian games releases and all that cool info you were just telling all of us and can't tell anyone else, and
I'm sorry, I'm a wife.
I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, I married my boyfriend and he's now my husband.
All that insider info.
Cyberpunk pillow talk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that every family get together is secretly a top secret meeting.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk Uncensored.
All right.
Hey, we're officially live. Everybody can see us now. What's up?
Hey, everyone.
How are you all doing? Don't everyone talk at once. How's everybody doing?
That's why I waved. Because it's like we're all gonna start talking.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, PWB? I see you in the chat. Appreciate everyone getting here early. Last one shot, we had a special guest. I know Pixie Dust couldn't make it. So we'll kind of do a recap and get into that. But before we go, I just wanted to explain to people, how this works. This is an ongoing one-shot in that, that's funny. Someone says, can somebody give Gato a phone book to sit on? He's a little bit low. But then you wouldn't see that awesome background. But yeah, this is an ongoing one-shot. So, each session is a standalone mission in that I'm not going to leave things to be continued. Like, you're going to hopefully get closure in each one way or another. But the lore, the characters, everything does carry over, and it affects other, games and sessions and things. So it is an ongoing, but it is a one-shot, and I just wanted to be clear about that. But we do cycle in other players, like I just mentioned, if people can't make it, and that's kind of what happened last session. We were able to have Ellen from Roll to Cast join us. And that was a lot of fun. And it was the origin story, actually, for Sprocket Volkov, her character from Roll to Cast. That was really cool. But we have Pixie Dust back. And kind of what we said was that during that time in the initial start of the tour, you still had some therapy to go through, obviously. You got all that new cyberware installed, all that stuff that you got.
Little less crazy now.
Exactly, yeah, because that's a lot of stuff, So you had to take a little extra time while the team went off and did their thing. We can recap. I'll recap that real quick, just so you kind of know what happened at the beginning of the tour. But they were, met the tour manager, this guy Grady, kind of rough around the edges. But the first gig was basically to go and extract this guy that Ling Po used to work with. That's kind of I guess works with the Yakuza and such. They don't get along and anything anymore, but they used to be business associates back in the day. David Noir was playing that same event that was celebrating this guy that they had to extract. They got there. Turns out it's the guy's funeral. He's a dead body. Not your best show, but it was good. You performed well, and the composition was well. You even changed the style to kind of fit it at the moment, but it got you in. You were able to get the body out of there tactfully before it was cremated at midnight. By logging in and putting yourself in a private viewing register and getting a little private time with the body, getting it out the window. Sprocket drove it away, did some fancy driving. Luckily, she's a nomad because there was a couple swervy instances there getting out, but man, she cruised right out like it was nothing. What was that?
Starting a fire alarm.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, got everything. Got a fire alarm going. Noir didn't have to burn the whole building down or start a riot, full on. It was tactful.
Next time.
Yeah.
There's a little less trigger happiness going on, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they were surrounded by Yakuza. It was a little bit different. But yeah, you guys got it done, got paid. And, moved on to the next city. So that's kind of where we left off. Did I miss anything, guys? I just want to do that recap, not just for Pixie Dust, but anybody watching. It's always fun to hear about the previous. Did I miss anything?
I just wanted to quote the briefing we did with David Noir, We told him, David, you've got one very important thing to do. Shut the fuck up.
I love him
I
as
worked
like a
very
loose
hard.
cannon.
Yeah, it was Noir's most critical role.
He did. It was not easy, but he did.
Hey, he won over some
It
fans.
was a difficult challenge. I feel like all of us as a team have improved after it. And you know what? On second thought, I think we should have just shot everyone and burnt the place down.
Pixie was missing. It wouldn't have been fair for her if she...
Oh, yeah.
That would have been like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were missing, so we couldn't do that.
You can't have
It's not
Christmas
the
without
same
the whole
if we,
family.
if we don't have someone underage smoking crack in the back room.
And
It's not a real Christmas that way.
right, and David Noir, I did want to mention too, like you got some new fans in that town. You did. It's not like you did terribly. Like I said, you kind of changed the style to fit the mood and did what you did and made it work, and that's awesome. And yeah, what's up? Nino joins in, peers in, checking us out. And I see Eric in the chat and Jack Rock. What's up? Before we get started, just want to give a shout out to all the supporters on our Patreon. I really appreciate that. We have a lot of really cool tiers, not just opportunities for gameplay, GM player interactions, but naming NPCs, getting showcased on the Discord if you're an artist or writer, all kinds of cool shit. So, and we're adding more. So check that out. But I did want to shout out to Anino Gaming and Chris Anderson, Steve Barr, our very own Bodak, who's here from Sirenscape, Jason Weaver, Matt James, who's GM Reservoir Panda. You can check him out on Cyberpunk Uncensored every Sunday streaming. Samurai Matt, Corruption, Rothan, who's our very own Gato here, and Simon Peter, Method, and Nick Mastro Filippo. I really appreciate all you guys giving support and encouraging me to be as obsessed and passionate about Cyberpunk as I am. It might be a little bit weird being as intense and involved with just doing Cyberpunk all the time if it wasn't for getting support from all of you. You guys encourage me, whether it's bad or good, I guess. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's move forward and get onto this this new one shot. You guys have basically been traveling. Let's get the map over here. I got the U.S. map pulled up. Now it's not updated with the new red lore. Anybody looking, but I'm just using it for city reference and some basic stuff here. You guys can check it out. But it is 2020 based. But they're working on one updating with some of the red lore, and I imagine as more books and things come out, that'll be able to happen much easier. But yeah, you guys have moved on. You were in San Fran the last session, and were able to basically get all the get the mission done and get paid, get all the eddies that you needed to get, and move on. You've been traveling all night. You guys were able to rest. Luckily, no one took any damage. Pixie pretty much went straight from Night City after extra therapy and all the things she had to do to meet up with the caravan, meeting you guys all in Reno. So you basically have crossed over. You're back in Reno. Pixie Dust has met up. You're chilling on the RV. As you know, Grady, who is your quote unquote manager, he's a husky guy, short, spiky, dark hair, a bunch of battle scars. Wears a suit, but as you can see, there's something else going on here. He's not exactly an exec, even though he wears the suit and plays tour manager. He's a little rough around the edges. He's a pretty large, scarred up dude. Might be some multi-classing, might be something else. Who knows? Might be a front, but he's kind of there to get you city to city, and he does. He handles all the credentials and everything, and then some. But yeah, you guys have been hanging out. First off, Pixie's joining back up. You guys have already done the recap on what happened on the first tour date, but now here you guys are on the RV. Feel free to chat with each other.
We forgot one thing. One very important thing. We're all part of the Volkov family now.
Oh yeah,
Woo-woo!
Yeah. You guys are chilling on the RV. Phil and Pixie Dust on that part too.
Yeah, well, we went along with the Volkov traveling circus show, and as Sprocket, who joined us for the last gig,
They had
came with
bears.
us. In the end, she actually welcomed us in the Volkov family, and we all got Volkov tickets so that we can always go to their shows and so on and so on.
So, like, are we getting patches on jackets?
I don't
No,
know.
no, no. It's
I think it was more of an advertising.
yeah, it was
stuff.
pretty much it was her origin story, her first time getting to go do a mission, and out of her excitement and meeting new friends and all that, she basically gave a handful of free tickets to her family circus. So anytime you guys catch up with wherever that circus might be, or cross paths, or make it a plan, or whatever, you have free tickets to go check that out. Maybe cross paths again with Sprocket Volkov, so that'll be pretty cool. Maybe we can plan that in the future. But yeah, you guys are hanging out. You guys are in Reno. You're posted up. You're basically waiting for your mission, chatting, updating Pixie when there's a knock on the tour bus. And yeah, before you can even answer it, in walks Grady. He kind of just busts in as always.
You.
There's a moment where my gun is raised, and then I lower it.
Yeah,
Don't keep it up.
Yeah.
Relax.
Sort of the lid on the laptop and look up at him.
Yeah, he looks immediately at Pixie. Just relax. I know you're new, but relax. So listen up. I got a message from Mr. Ling Po's bitch boy Cater, and well, there's no gig tonight for Mr. Fancy Hands over here, and you got a bit of a mission to take care of, though. You're in Reno. Figure it out. Make contact with the Dolos Nomad Family. Get an invite to their trading depot. It's underground. It's heavy on the black market side. They have a code Mr. Ling Po needs. This should cover the code. And he busts out a briefcase, pops it open. You see just stacks of money. He closes it up. He's like, it's 200K. Protect it with your fucking life. It's above asking. Mr. Ling Po, he doesn't want to waste any time here. So the second you have the code, send it to Mr. Ling Po at this number. I'm going to get some fucking sleep. Get the job done. He turns around and leaves the number and the briefcase on the little table there.
Squint my eyes. Your days are numbered. I say under my breath.
Yeah. I'm just kind of walking out of the room. I was going to say, as helpful as ever.
You should just shoot him next time.
Always that way, then?
That's one of his friendlier days.
Yeah, he's pretty good. This wasn't that bad. He gave us 200K, right? Wanna go get drinks with it or something?
Nah. Come pie to that.
Yeah. I guess I could kind of look at the case of money. Gatto, I guess this is yours.
Well, yeah. I'll grab it.
Okay. Yeah, you've got the money. He also left a number, like he said, the second you have the code. Yeah, he said that the 200 is above asking price. He doesn't want to waste any time. The second you have the code, send it to Ling Po at this number. So you got the case and a number to reach Ling Po as well, to send a number or the code. And you pretty much got to try to track down the Dolos Nomad Family and get an invite to their whole trading depot thing. That's the idea there.
Okay.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, what's up, Pyro?
Spelled.
See you in chat. DOLOS.
DOLOS. Nobles? Like this in the chat? Just want to write it down somewhere so I can remember it.
Yeah.
It does not need cultural familiarity with nomads.
Oh
Does
yeah.
that help me?
Yeah, that should definitely help you. What you have?
Speaking of which, I hear a lot of the city sounds in Sirenscape. So where are we right now? Are we still in San Fran, or have we kind of?
No, you're in Reno. You've been while you guys were
Yeah.
sleeping. The driver
Yeah.
pretty much traveled all night, got you guys over to Reno. So that's where you all are at. You woke up there, but you're in the city.
on the map.
Yeah. So I doubt it's going to have much information, but I'm going to log on to the city's data pool, should I say, and just look at Dolos Nomads and just see if there are any hits that come up for them, any kind of garden pages or any mentions of them in any stream sheets, anything like that.
There are a couple news reports and things that come up about their whole trading depot, talking about how they've been accused of different black market trades and some shady things, but never convicted, and they stay outside of city limits most of the time when they do their deals, and it's kind of a private trading sort of depot or home base that they work out of. Just news reports of generalized theories on what they do. But Gato having a little bit of that cultural background. What is it that exactly that you have there? I mean, that's part of your new rank as a fixer, right? You did that?
Yeah, that's the operator skill of the fixer.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you recognize the name immediately. The Dolos Nomad Family is actually a kind of a subsidiary or family breakoff, part of the Steel Vaqueros, and which is is kind of like a ragtag mix match of just anybody who has the skills can fit in with that. All different races and ages and things. It's all about just having the skills. The Dolos family is a breakoff of that major nomad pack. And they kind of are like Bodak Red and the things. You know that they're known for a lot of black market deals and sales and stuff. They still do travel convoy stuff like typical Nomad, but they are more focused on sourcing items and things and doing more deals. And they do have a private trading depot. And in the Nomad world, the only way to get there really is you have to have an invite from the Dolos family. You're going to have to find someone in that Nomad family and pack and get the invite. And knowing their culture, you're going to have to probably prove yourself somehow, whether doing something to show that you're not undercover or a cop, or that you're trustworthy or worthy of going there. You do have a lot of money. You could show them that you're ready to buy. You know that you have to find them to get the invite, prove yourself worthy to get the invite, being that they're nomads.
So I first have to find out where they hang out, so that we can find someone who can get us in there.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to just kind of, try to explore the city and see if you can track down some nomads, or at least some leads and things, and try to do a little meet and greet, get an invite. And yeah, Big Val in the chat who plays Raven in our weekly ongoing. What's up, my beautiful wife? Hey. Taking a break from work to tune in, check out the one shot. But yeah, that's what you guys got to do, so you can speak amongst yourselves about the plan. Let me know what you want to do.
Okay.
So we got to give it to we got to find out a code from these nomad guys. Any idea how to do that?
Bodak,
I'm ready to get dirty.
I'm not.
Bodak, can you find out whether there are any locations, bars, anything where nomads tend to hang out?
Well, as nomads, there's any bar could potentially be a type of bar that they'd hang out. Obviously, not the more upper class ones, but
yeah, but it said that they'd got most of their efforts were outside the city limits. So I'm going to look to see if there's still any active like bars or biker bars or anything on the highways or any of the main roads just leading out of Reno.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's you can look it up, and it seems like on the edge of Reno, on both sides, leading in and out, kind of where you came from, but depending on perspective, obviously. On the edge of town, both sides, you see there's a bar called Pounders. There's a bar called The Bucket. There's a strip club called Slits and Tits. Across the street from that is a male strip club called Jacks with Sacks, not to be confused with their competitor Blokes with Scroats. But that's pretty much the places that are on the edge of town, the bars and strip clubs that you're seeing when you look up places, bars, places to drink. Nino says classy, and yes, extremely classy. Dress code and all.
Yes. But for those places to still be operating, they've got to have a regular customers. So there's got to be somebody out that way.
Okay, then just go. Let's check out some of the bars, I guess.
About time. All right, let's crack open that case.
You don't think they'll card me, do you?
You have a gun.
Touche.
Yeah.
If they card me, I'll just shoot them.
Yeah.
If they card you, smile and shoot them.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we had no morality issues.
I don't think anyone here has a legal ID.
What is morality?
Yeah.
It didn't
I
have
had to
enough
be
points
sure.
for that.
Yeah.
My therapist keeps saying it's really important.
Oh yeah,
But-
no,
See, that's why I don't do this whole therapy thing.
No, I'm offended by that.
All of it.
Of course I've got a legal ID. Which one do you want to see?
I forgot Pixie came back from therapy and now behaving nice.
Alright, yeah. I'll lead the way. I'll bring us to the closest bar.
Yeah, you can do that. You guys get
Yeah.
in.
Via echolocation.
Yeah, who's driving? You guys have your RV. Who's driving?
Yeah.
Who's driving, Pixie or me? One of us.
You're free to if you want to. Then I can shoot people if they're a problem.
Okay. Okay. I'll just check in and,
Alright.
and drive.
Yeah, it seems like the closest place is one of those strip clubs or that place Pounders. That's kind of on the first one that you're gonna see on the edge of town.
An ominous name, but let's go for Pounders. It reminds me of Night City's Smash. Reminds me of the Night City Smasher.
Do you think they have a boxing ring?
You want to go boxing?
I'm sure that's what the name's about.
Of course they do.
I mean, I'll be very disappointed if they're a bar called Pounders and don't have a boxing ring.
Okay. Well, let's check it out.
Yeah, you guys pull up. It's basically looks like a small dive, just a hole in the wall sort of beat up bar, and out front you can see like a neon that looks like the shape of a face and then a fist coming in and punching, and it goes like this, and it just keeps going like that above where it says Pounders. And yeah, you pull in. The parking lot's got a bunch of vehicles in it, some road bikes and such.
This is good advertising.
Yeah, and
No one's
Gato,
gonna
you can tell this.
mistake for an Arby's.
Yeah, this definitely fits the type of spot a nomad might chill. Typical dive bar on the edge of town.
Yeah. Well, let's get in then.
All right. Push open the doors, right? And swagger my way right up to the front, right up to into the place.
All right.
I don't know anything in town, so I'm just gonna like I own the place.
Yeah,
Until
you
someone
go.
tells me that I don't.
Yeah, as you all enter,
Very true.
it's very, very dark, very smoky. Everybody, give me a perception roll. Let's just see how much everyone can see in this smoky environment.
Bear with new character sheet.
Oh yeah, that's right. We do. We're using the new red character sheet, so we might be a little bit slow today. Anybody watching, just bear with us. And also, I know David Noir had some connection issues. Yeah, if you do disconnect, we'll bear with you. Just try to get back in. Worst case scenario, you might just have to be audio only, but fingers crossed, everything's smooth.
Oh, it's not factoring in my combat awareness.
Add it as a modifier.
Did you put points in that?
Yes. I have my combat awareness points allocated all to threat detection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then.
So
then-
it's +5 at the moment because I upped
Okay.
my combat awareness.
nice.
I have the same issue with my interfacing stuff, but if you click at the top where it says show modifiers, there's a other custom, and you can type your modifier into that, and it'll factor it into your dice rolls.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
perfect.
Well, either way, yeah. Now you have 24 with that roll, with that addition, but Bodak did great as well. I mean, everybody did decent. Gato probably did the least, maybe a little.
much?
Maybe Gato's a little more stressed on the fact he's got to babysit that briefcase of money. He's not looking. You know what I mean? He's more focused on.
I'm still cuffing it on my wrists.
Yeah. But yeah, Pixie Dust, great perception as a solo should. You guys enter this place. Everybody's noticing nice smoky, dark bar, really dingy, stinks of stale alcohol and burps and some BO. But you can see Pixie sees it, picks it out right away. There's like handful of guys over here that have that booster gang sort of look, all wearing similar colors and such, just talking to each other. Looks like a couple road weary sort of guys at the bar, maybe nomad style people. There's also an old lady sitting over in the side just drinking. Looks like she's messing around with some type of scream sheet or some digital printout. And then there's an old husky dude behind the bar, just kind of wiping it down and talking to the road weary guys that are sitting there. But you get a read on all the bar with a roll like that. The rest of you, maybe not as detailed, but you are seeing a handful of people in this dark, dingy spot. There is a door. Oh, and there is a door. There is a door off to the side back, by the way.
Making a stalking towards the guy right behind the counter. Right, going straight up to the front. No booths for David nor.
Yeah, you're right up
You
to the
just
bar.
sit down on the bar.
Turns, hops up onto the bar.
Don't even use the stool. Just lean up, right, elbow into the bar, right. And I introduce myself. David Nor, looking for the Dolos Nobos. Got an idea? Got any idea where to find them?
I don't know. They don't come here. What do you want to drink? What's up?
Something strong. What do you mean they don't come here? Why not?
This isn't really their spot. I'm not sure where they chill, but this is, I never see those guys around here. What are you looking for them anyways? As he's like going through liquor, he's like, "What do you want? The strongest shit? All right, here you go." Starts pouring. Slides it over.
I
like, what are you looking for them for?
Straw. Spin out a straw.
Perfect.
Throw it down into the
Shot glass.
into the glass. And
Keeping in mind it's a shot glass.
Elbows. Yep, it's the shot. I don't drink. I don't take off the helmet. I make it look cool.
Yeah, and give me a conversation roll too.
Right.
As you're drinking that, but he's like, but yeah, he does. He asks you as you're sipping that with your straw through the mask. I
think I give a little more information than necessary. That's not a good roll. I think I kind of give out the whole truth of why we're here, right? Maybe not everything, but David Ling Po. But I say, Yakuza guys want to see them, whatever. It works out this way sometimes, I think. Right? I don't even really remember who we're working for. All I know is I hate my manager, right? And I go and talk to this guy I go and gossip to this guy like a cool girl.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's a whole lot to unload. He's like, and then he looks at the rest of you. Anybody else getting something to drink?
Not yet. I plan to get high later, so.
Yeah, Burdak will grab a bourbon.
All right, cool. Yeah, the fights start in a few hours, but
I'll take beer too.
yeah, he turns around, starts making the drinks.
But, who's fighting?
Yeah, slides him over.
Town.
Kind of goes back over, talks to those road weary guys, and then gets them each another drink.
So I'll go and sit down where Pixie is with my drink, take a swig of it. So what do you think, Pix? So the guys don't hang out here, so we're in the wrong place.
I
point to
mean,
where the coin ring is and say we could earn some coin.
I say Tits and Slits might have knife fighting. So I vote we go there next. But I could definitely make some coin if we want to be here for a bit longer.
I'm curious about the fights, and word gets around real quick about these kind of things, about new people in town showing up and dominating the competition. Right? Do some impressive things, maybe show off a bit, challenge multiple people at once by yourself, and we might just find ourselves. We might just find some nomad attention.
We should check the rules, because I don't know how dirty I'm allowed to fight.
Probably they don't want you to shoot them. Probably.
Okay,
yeah.
but is stabbing a thing?
Bartender overhears you, and he just looks over and pulls out a little pamphlet thing and slides it over. It's like a little digital sheet, and it just breaks.
They got pamphlets and everything.
Breaks down the fight basically, and it's no weapons. This isn't an underground fight, to death or anything like that. But they do go to seriously wounded, but it's all just martial arts and brawling and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm down.
So I say we go check out the strip joints because they're not too far from here.
Yeah, these fights don't start for a couple hours. Yeah.
Then head back here afterwards.
Yeah, let's go ask around town, right? Things
Hell yeah.
don't work out so well.
Okay.
We show back up here. we convince Pixie to challenge everyone at once, and I play a banging tune as it's all going on.
Hell yeah!
Right.
I spent too long jacked into cyberspace. It's time to flex some muscle.
Yeah, you can.
I
Sounds like a
guess-
plan.
Yeah, and just so you know,
I'm not into betting.
yeah, one of the strip clubs. There's two different ones: Slits and Clits, which is right across the street, and then a couple blocks down is Jackson Sacks.
Yeah, let's go.
You're
That's right across the street.
You're a skilled DM to be able to say that with a straight face.
Slits and
Well,
clits or clit. wait.
It's their
Tits and
competitor.
slits.
It's their competitor, blokes and scroats. That one gets me though. That fucking one gets me.
I feel like they have different audiences though. So
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I do feel like we
how
need
much
to go to the
competition
slitting
is going on
place.
between them.
We just need to check out the slitting place just in case they do have knife fighting.
Yeah, you finish your drinks. You can make your way across the street, kind of check out this other spot. Just clear across this little highway around the outskirts of the city. And when you get there, you can tell it's it's dive bar, strip club style. Neon signs of like barely dressed women and questionable who knows what's and chromed out things dancing with private parts and just neon cluster of adult things. But it's definitely looking rough. But this place has what looks like a big bouncer style guy standing out front, unlike the other bar. There's a handful of vehicles and shit parked around. But you walk up.
Those vehicles.
Just to be clear, by the way, Bodak has a good feeling about Jackson Sacks. He thinks that's where we'll find the leads, but he'll begrudgingly go to Slits and Clits. Sorry, that's what I'm talking about. Slits and Tits.
It's funny, all you have to say that shit now. It's horrible. I apologize.
Yeah.
But yeah, you walk up. Kitty. But yeah, you walk up. Big dude at the door. He just looks you all over and kind of opens the door, but he stops Pixie and he's just like, "How old are you?"
None of your business. It's rude to ask how old a lady is.
Yeah. He
Are
just,
you being
alright.
racist?
he just kind of like stops. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, really?" and then he
Are
looks.
you being racist though?
He looks
Because
around.
I'm Asian?
He looks around and he's just such a fucking much. Jesus Christ. Just keep it low key, please. And he opens the door and lets you in.
You had a gun for a reason.
I shrug and I said if he had asked for an ID, he'd be dead.
Therapy. I think that therapy's. I think that therapy changed you, Pixie. That person's not dead out there. You should
I
turn back around.
know.
Come on,
Okay, I will.
for old time's sake.
I start to turn around.
Is anyone gonna stop her?
I'm going to lightly put a hand on his shoulder. Let's wait until we get the code, and then you can kill him.
All right. Back alley it is.
But yeah, you guys, you enter this this place. The whole where should you go? Slits and Tits, or Slits with Tits, and you guys enter, and it's just real grimy strip club. Just full nude, but just the clientele dancing. It's just not high class. There's definitely a lot of
Isn't it like early in the day? So
Yeah,
not
it's
a whole
like-
lot of people.
Well, there's still quite a few people in here, just like the other bar. There's a handful. But everybody give me perception
Some
while I'm
people live
explaining.
here, don't judge.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But yeah, give me perception again for this
It's a way of
place.
life.
As I tell you the general. Oh, it's definitely a way of life. But you see people actually like touching the girls and stuff. Like it's not the best of places. Just as smoky and stinky as the last dive bar you were in. This one just has naked people dancing. And yeah, great perception rolls once again from Pixie. But you notice there's about the same amount of people as the last bar. There's like a handful of guys just all around the edge of the bar right here. There's some grabbing on the girls, some tossing out some eddies. Other ones like hooting and hollering over the music at them. There's a couple guys off to the side, younger guys actually, and they're getting a dance and talking to a couple of the girls. And then there's a bar off to the side as well, a female bartender. Few guys, a few females over there, and a couple dancers, and they're all just kind of chatting and hanging out, socializing. But nothing looks out of the ordinary. Once again, great perception roll. Nothing seems hidden from you in this situation, or crazy other than just normal strip club shit.
Well, I took the lead on the last one, and I'm still a go on the beating people up and playing music plan. I'm a bit of a one-trick pony, you see.
None of these look like nomads, right?
No, this bar doesn't look like it has many nomads. The younger guys over here look like they could even be like university, college prep almost. They look the most fish out of water out of the whole crowd. But all the guys up front. A lot of the clientele here, they look kind of older, mixed match of all different roles and types of people, none of which look like, road-worn nomad style or anything like that, though.
I shrug and say, not here. Next one?
Yeah, it's looking like our folks are on the opposite side of the city, but let's go and check the next one just to make sure.
Before everyone heads out, I want to try and score some Synthcope.
Yeah, man! My man!
Or Dorf. One or the other.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, is there is there a streetwise roll or something I can make to try and score Synthcope or Dorf or something along those lines?
Yeah, but
see who's selling it, see what the gang presence is here in town.
Most
Because
definitely.
maybe we can use that to line back to the nomads.
Yeah, I think Gato could really help with that probably the most. But you can. I mean, you can do streetwise. But you and Gato combined, that might.
I know,
be
yeah,
a
but
good
we can't
thing.
both roll at the. We can't split up. Well, maybe we can, but I'm thinking we got more places to show, right? So why not?
Do you say
if
that
no
you're
one's doing
looking for
anything,
this?
No.
I mean, give me your streetwise
before
though,
everyone
David
heads
Noir.
out, I'm gonna do something, right? I'm gonna begin talking to the people. I'm gonna talk to the bartender or to one of the bartenders.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, but you don't tell any of
people.
us.
Yeah. Right. Just go around looking.
Yeah, you guys look around, decide you're gonna move on over to Jackson Sachs. But while you guys are discussing that and getting ready to move on, David Noir beelines over to the bar, starts talking to the bartender lady. So yeah, David Noir, give me your streetwise, give me your conversation as well, and then tell me what you're saying to this bartender.
All right. So I rolled
Nice.
critical success.
Yeah, that's great.
I roll a 1 on the bonus for the streetwise. Right. So I don't know if I find the right person, but what I say is just ask. I lean up and I'm like, hey, I'm new in town. Do you know who's selling product?
Well, I mean, depends on what you want. What do you want?
You got any Dorf, Synthcoke, opioids?
Oh, okay. Yeah, light shit? Hold on. She looks over towards the DJ and just kind of waves. Music keeps going. DJ kind of walks over. You see him and the bartender girl talking behind the bar a little bit and looking at you and stuff. They seem to exchange some shit in hands and whatever, and she's like, yeah, how much do you want?
How much do you have?
I mean, if you've got 100 eddies, I've got that ready right now.
All right, I pull out 100. I pull out
You know
100.
Pixie will pay you back for that shit.
I 100% buy. I put out 100 eddies, give it to the person, right? Of my. Wait, can I carry? Am I carrying cash on me, or am I carrying cred chip?
We'll say
8,000's a lot.
Yeah,
on cash to
whatever
carry
you
on person.
whatever you have, at least 10%. If you have that much, you can tell me. But a lot of this pay is in eddies, but that's not the same between gigs.
Yeah.
You don't stop somewhere, transfer, do whatever you do for carrying purposes. But you can have enough eddies to do 100. That's fine.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'm gonna spend 100 eds, right? Or not spend, but pull out 100 eds out of the wallet, right? Give it and say, so what kind of product do you have?
Well, it's
And
good. I
sell
mean,
it.
everyone around here loves it. I'm pretty sure that's why you stopped in, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, she just kind of busts it out and tosses it on the bar. Super casual about it. Seems like it's kind of typical here.
All right. And then I'll take what I'll take what I can get, and then I'll make my exit with everyone else. Right, but nod. So, yeah, maybe we can. Well, I know this person now, so after the fight, if things go badly, we can just, I don't know, corner them and interrogate them. But I don't know how smart David Nor is, so I'm not gonna bring that up until we're absolutely cornered, and if we don't have any other ideas. So I'll make my exit.
Okay. You make exit, meet up with the rest of the team waiting for you outside. Keeping that synth coke for yourself or giving it to Pixie?
It's 100 euros a synth coke, right?
Yeah.
So what is that? How much is that? What is that?
It's like, I
now?
think 10
No,
doses or something, or
It's 5 doses.
5 doses.
It's 20. It's 24 doses.
Right. When
Oh,
we're
yeah, 20
walking
a
to our
dose,
next
that's right.
stop
She had
after
that
we select the
9,000
place,
before.
right? I'm gonna split it.
Hell yeah!
Okay, so David Noir, you're gonna do
How
it?
have you not run out already?
Me?
No, I know you're doing.
How have
How
I
you
not
run
run
out
out?
already? No. How have you run out?
Oh, no, I still got like an extra dose, but like I can always use more.
Take this 3. Take this 3.
I smile and I pass you a full 100 and say, in case you come across any other sellers.
Nice.
We're just there. We got the two smart. We got the two nerds of the group, the two smart guys, right? And then we're just dumb and dumber in the back.
Just doing drugs, busting inappropriate jokes, being cocky sometimes.
The thing is, good guys, never change, never change.
I say as we're walking over, oh, speaking of cool things, you seem to have some charismatic ability. I have a friend who's into a dude who doesn't like her back. I mean, what advice would you have for her?
English. Say that again, but in English.
Girl likes boy, boy don't like girl? Yet?
Just be more persuasive.
She's Maelstrom.
idea.
I don't know how well that's gonna go.
Just get in there.
All right,
Solution.
I'll let her know. Get in there.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I know something about the way you said it that last
Full
time.
of confidence.
That's funny. Hey, what's up, Pyro? I see in chat. He says he's heard synth coke smells really great. That's funny.
I think Pixie would agree.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good smell,
But yeah,
doesn't
you guys got that. You make your way over to Jackson Sachs. Kind of looks like a mirror image of this place in a sense, except all the neon private parts and stuff are all male genitalia in this one.
Classy.
Same type of bouncer style guy out at the front door of this place, just standing there. But when you walk up, yeah, he just same type of attitude, just kind of opens the door, letting you all in, stops Pixie and goes, "You're gonna have a blast." First time, opens the door.
oh good, I didn't even have to like say anything. And I go in.
He just laughs. He thinks it's kind of funny that he's like, first time you can fucking love it.
Love it.
But yeah, you enter. It's same type of strip club as the last place, dingy dive bar, except majority of the clientele in this place are female, whereas the last place had a majority male. Although there is a mix, you do see some males mixed in and such. There are a couple nomad looking females up at the bar talking to the bartender, which is another female that also kind of looks nomadish a bit, in the sense of like what they're wearing. If everyone wants to give me a perception as well.
As everyone's looking around and inspecting the whole place, I'm gonna lean up and I'm going to say to the group, so we know that they're I keep forgetting their names.
Dolos.
The Dolos Nobos are real big on low-level crime, other such things. They're a big deal in the city, right? And most of these places
I need
are
to add that.
slinging the usual product. So do you want to see if you could go and ask around, see where that product's coming from? Maybe. I'm not good with the kind of production line. God, what am I even saying?
Yeah, as you walk
So
in.
out of the perception rolls, that's Bodak's worst roll. It's almost like he's mildly distracted in this venue. Who knows?
Wait, what was? Wait, I see you type in there. No, wait, got it. Yeah, no, I think it's in there. I think it's good. That was your perception.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, 29. No, that's great. Once again, but you're noticing, like I described, that type of mix of people in here. Aside from that, the timing just seems perfect. They have all the dancers gathered up in the front, and they're all just kind of like swinging their sacks towards the ladies and stuff along the front of the bar. They're kind of doing this male
They're
review.
all doing the helicopter?
Yeah, it's a little odd right now. You kind of hit at the climax of their group dance. You entered during the climax of their group dance. But that's what they're doing. Everyone's kind of paying attention to that. Some are laughing, some are hooting and hollering. A couple are tossing down some eddies. It's a little comical, but people seem to be into it and stuff. You notice the bartender and those nomad chicks laughing.
Over here.
What was that, David Moore?
Everyone looks way happier over here. I wonder why.
Well, most definitely, it's more active. It's more feels a bit more rowdy in this one.
I say because girls know how to party.
I don't even want to think about that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could do more synth coke than you can.
Uh-oh.
I especially don't want to think about that. There's nothing wrong with that statement.
Which part?
The part that the little girl can beat the rocker boy at a synth coke consumption.
I'm just saying, I could. We can make a bet on it.
Got
No, I've seen how much synth coke you consume on a daily basis. I value my life. Thank you very much.
Does any
Touche.
of you have an audio suite or any cyberware hearing help?
I think so. Just a second.
No.
Just double check that and let me know if anybody does.
Cyber audio.
Internal agent, voice stress.
I've got a
analyzer,
radar sonar implant.
an internal radar pump.
No, it would be, you'd have the audio suite for your ear, and then I think it's enhanced hearing, or I can't remember what it's listed as.
It's the bonus to awareness or perception checks?
Yeah, audible awareness checks. So I was just checking on that. If anybody had that.
Nah.
Okay.
None of us.
Did my 29 not pick it up?
That was more, initial entering the club and looking around and such.
Okay.
Where are you guys going? You're kind of staying in the middle. You see all this going down, like I described. Teasing each other about synth coke. What's up?
The bartender looks like Nomad, right?
She looks similar to the two other girls that are up there talking to her.
Okay. Well, then I think I'll go over there and I'll just bluntly ask whether they know where I could find some of the Dolos Nomads.
Yeah, give me a conversation.
I am following him over since he's got the suitcase.
Yeah.
Not gonna leave that alone.
I'm following him because he's going to the bar, but also because he's got the suitcase.
All right, yeah, Gata, you say that, and both of the girls kind of look over, and the bartender, who are all in the middle of conversation, they just look at you like, what? I don't know. And they turn back around talking to the bartender.
Not very welcoming to newcomers. Guess that's to be expected of nomads.
Yeah, and the approach was a bit abrupt. Maybe it's the technique, that roll, but that conversation did not go very well.
I lean onto the bar. I lean onto the bar and I say to you, Gato, that's a horrible pickup line.
Well, perhaps you show me how it works.
Yeah, give me a conversation roll, Pixie.
But they have anything worse than mine, I guess.
You can give me you can give me persuasion or conversation, because you are kind of now pretending like he was hitting on him. It's a bit of lying, I guess.
I'm gonna use persuasion, and I say, ladies, if you don't mind, I'll show you my tits if you show me yours.
Yeah, give me Nice. Yeah, when you lean in, yeah, the first line when you say, yeah, when you tell Gato that that's a horrible pickup line, both the girls look over and just kind of laugh and like, oh shit, and then you say the tit thing and the bartender says, hey, I think you might want tits and slits down the road. You could probably get up on stage for that one, and the other girls go, yeah, if you want, you can go down there and strip.
I laugh. I ask if they've got any like chips or something that I can buy.
Yeah, the bartender leans over and says, I mean, we've got kibble packs. I mean, how old are you? Is this your first time here?
New to town, and so technically yes.
Okay, well I guess we'll ignore how old you are. But yeah, you want some kibble? That's fine. We got those. We got those packs.
Do you have
yeah, and she grabs a little
flavored kibble though?
Yeah, they have like ranch. They've got like
I sit down, I pull up to the counter as well, right, and I begin pouring out the synth coke on it.
Yes, my bro.
All right, give me a cool check. Give me a 1d10. What's your cool stat?
All right, of course. My cool stat. Oh my god, my cool stat's not that high.
What is it?
That's 6. I got this. No need to worry.
No, I want you to roll just a 1d10.
Oh, I see.
I'm just doing a cool check.
My cool is 6.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. The way you lay it out and the way you, I guess the way
elbow in, spin out the silver straw.
Yeah. You're displaying the bump amazingly. You're spinning the straw. You're doing all the things to look cool, and it's working. The bartender actually like looks over and goes, "Might want to be a little more low key about that shit." And then the other two nomads look over and like, "You got an extra bump for us?"
I'm going to put 10 EBs on the table in front of Gato.
But she does.
10 EBs that Pixie snorts him under the table.
I pick out my piece of synth coke, one of the bags. I open it up and I pour it into the bag of kibble, shake it up, and I offer some of the kibble to them.
They just laugh. Like, wow. Okay. No. You guys are crazy. So yeah, new in town and just going nuts, huh? What the hell? They just like look at each other and just shaking their heads.
You might have heard of me.
I say, have you ever?
God, pretty big deal.
Yeah, and is there any solo that is not doing drugs?
They just
because I haven't met any.
They're not solos at that point. They're just bodyguards.
Yeah.
They both just laugh and shake their head, and then they look back over to David and like, no, never heard of you, but yeah, like I said, you sharing any of that? The two girls kind of like lean over. And now at this point, one of the other stripper guys that was on stage, they're kind of broke down from their group dance, but he walks over and just looks towards the group. He's like, anybody want to dance? Whoa, anybody sharing?
I offer him some of my kibble from my kibble bag.
Yeah, he's staring at the synth coke, but he takes a little bit of the kibble out, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, okay," and he eats it. And he's like, "Whoa, what the fuck is in that?"
I'll pour out the other one I have, right? And let the two share that one, right? But this is now, Pixie, you're the only other one with synth coke here, right? This is your chance to you segue into any conversations if you want to, or sling any deals for information.
I say, so what nomad packs are in town then? Since you said these other ones aren't a thing here? Like, if we need nomads, who do we talk to?
I think it was the other bar that you asked about the nomads, and they said they don't hang there.
Oh yeah, but these two are nomads, so I'm asking them, like, what nomads are in town, what gang are they a part of?
Oh, okay, yeah, the girls, yeah, give me, well, we can say this is all part of the same conversation, because you did really good on that one.
That's not going to happen a second time.
Yeah, well, we went with the persuasion and stuff because you were going with it. But yeah, give me. Why don't you get now that you're transferring into persuading and going into like real conversation? Give me your conversation roll, but I'm gonna give you a bonus because you are on their good side. You did some good persuading and some funny jokes and things that worked out well. So you will get
What's
a bonus.
my bonus? Because this could turn out so poorly.
We'll get a +4.
Bardic inspiration.
Plus,
Yeah!
plus David.
Bardic inspiration this.
Yeah, plus David Noir. Gave him a little bit of the coke there. So yeah, +4. See, that's great. So yeah. So what is it? 17, right? You did 13.
Yeah,
Okay,
I got
cool.
13.
Nice. Yeah, you say that, and the two girls look over and they're like, "Oh, how could you tell we're nomads?" And the other one laughs and just kind of like pats her jacket as dust kind of puffs out a bit. She's like, "Oh, dead giveaway."
I laugh.
Yeah. The bartender just nods and goes down to the other end of the bar, starts waiting on some other people. But yeah, the girls lean over and they're just like, "Well, I mean, who are you looking for? What do you need help with? You need transport?"
I nod and I say, we've been kind of moving around, and you see, moving cross country isn't really fun. So I wanted to see if there was like stuff that makes it easier.
Well, I mean, we roll with the relics of Saint Christopher. I mean, we could give you put a caravan together if you need to travel or whatever. Our prices are pretty reasonable too. Where are you trying to go to?
I look over at Gato, who's the conversationalist, and I say, "What's that place again?"
Do I know our next tour stop?
It's the Dolos Family trading depots you're trying to get to.
Just say Salt Lake City. Or Vegas. Either or.
Actually, we are looking for. What was that? The Dolos Family Trading Depot?
Yeah, the girl just kind of like looks at you and looks back at Pixie and's like, "Oh, no, we don't caravan out there. Completely different style of guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're cool, but just we're strictly into convoys, caravans, usually cross state. We can even get across country if needed, but those guys are more into trade. Yeah, you're trying to get to their trade depot. You're gonna have to meet up with those guys or something and maybe get an invite. They're usually closed doors to outsiders."
Okay.
I say-
where we can find them?
Yeah,
Who's saying that?
Gato.
Okay, yeah, you give me conversation. Did you already give me that? Because I think at the beginning you failed on it, right?
At the beginning, I did, yeah.
Yeah, so you ask them that and they just look at you and say, "I don't know, probably like normal nomads, bars and stuff. They're around the city, you can find them."
Well, this is where I'm gonna come in, right? Hey, you know how you said earlier how we knew you were nomads, right? Well, the trick is because you're not afraid of anything, right? See a bunch of random new people come into town slinging some synth coke, right? You're not worried if it's dirty or has a weird strain in it or something. You see synth coke, hell yeah, right? Party. I like that. But we're out here looking for the Dolos. No, we're out here looking for the Dolos, right? You think you can help us out with that? We just need a little bit of guide.
The girls look at each other,
Can you roll for that?
and they look back towards you, David and Pixie, kind of ignoring Gato a bit, and just look towards you two and just say, "Well, I mean, best bet is probably, you know where the bucket is?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah, hit that bar up.
we
It's
know.
a little further down the highway. It's on the edge of the city, just outside. They usually hang out there. You might be able to get an invite or something from them, but that's probably your best bet. They, this much in or further in the city, they're, you can find them, but they don't really hang there regularly."
I nod.
Thank you. And I
pass them a bag of synth coke. On our way out.
Oh shit! She grabs. She's like, "Yeah, do you need anything else? You need an escort to the bucket?"
I look to our crew
could be.
to see if anyone else says yes.
Yeah. Well, why don't you introduce us? We're still looking.
Yeah,
for
introductions would be good.
Yeah, they call me Candy. This is Jesse.
David Noir, Rocker Boy, God. That's Pixie, Bodak, and is Gato nearby? Yeah, Gato's nearby. And that's Gato.
All right, cool. Yeah, we met earlier. They seem least impressed with Gato. I think it's that initial bad conversation
Sorry, I mixed
interrupting
up Bodak
them.
and Gato again.
Yeah, so Gato, they seem the least impressed with Gato. but yeah, they introduced themselves. The bucket's not that far, it's just a couple miles down the road. We'll give you escort. Thanks so much. And they dip in. They're like, let's go. And they kind of put their shit away, hop on their road bikes. They ride down.
Is there any way I can ride? Actually, I'm gonna say that. Is there any way I can ride bitch on one of those? We have a vehicle, we have a drive of our own, but bikes are nice.
Yeah, one of them just shakes her head, and the other one's like, "Yeah, come on with me."
All right, and I'm gonna jump on one of the bikes. All right, and I'm gonna try my. No, I can't push it. I'm not gonna push it any higher. I'm not gonna push it any farther.
Oh God.
You enjoy driving in the van, idiots.
So yeah, everyone's going down the road.
That was rude.
Couple miles down the street, pull up to this place called The Bucket. You can see the big sign on the side of this building. It looks like The Bucket is pretty much a large 4-level bar built on the side of a big megaplex, like described on the edge of town. Like they said, kind of known for the Dolos family hanging there, a bit of a home base as they come and go from the city. But as you pull up, the girls just point. They're like, "Yo, this is The Bucket. Have fun. We're heading back to the bar for our girl, but good luck with the Dolos. And again, if you need any help with the convoy or anything like that, just hit us up. Look up the Relics of St. Christopher. We're around." They kind of head off.
Yeah. Wish them well. Right. And then I turn to the rest of the group. What were their names again?
Candy and something?
Candy and Jesse.
Nice. Good memories. And shout out to PWB from my Patreon, donating Nomad name for Relics of St. Christopher, like that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the one that threw it to us? Oh, no, it was I see.
But yeah, you guys are here. It's like described, a huge megaplex sort of building, as you know, which is almost like a town within a town, or little built self-sustaining sort of ecosystem where it's just hundreds of apartment units, including almost like a built-in mall. There's food supply and clothing and just all kinds of services and self-sustained city within this megaplex building. On the side of this building is this bar. It's called The Bucket, and it's almost the shape of a bucket in a way. It goes up 4 stories. It's kind of narrow, breaks out on the side of this megaplex, and it almost resembles a bucket in a way. But that's what you're looking at. Big rusted sign hanging out from the side of this thing. Bucket. Big front door.
So I guess as I kind of get out of the RV, and Noir's kind of dusted himself off the bike, I'm just going to go, "What happened, Noir? I thought they were going to give you an introduction."
Yeah,
as the girls are driving off.
But I didn't push too hard. Right. Doesn't matter. I don't need one. Everyone already knows who I am. And I enter the place. Throw the coattails, right, and I strut right in. Or I strut right up to the door and hopefully go right in. And hopefully the bodyguard doesn't stop, or the bouncer doesn't stop me.
Yeah, there's no bouncer out front, but as you kind of push open the door and everybody's walking in, there is a couple guys that are standing on either side of the inside, and they just instantly put their arms out, and you're stopped almost as if you walked into a wall.
I'm sorry, do we have a problem?
We're just checking people out. If you want to just step over here, and they kind of like pull you over to the side. And then they frisk you down. What weapons do you have that are not, in like hidden holsters, or what's feelable and visible? You know what I mean?
I got a holstered pistol.
Okay, is that it?
Nova 338 City Hunter, little revolver.
What about everybody else? Give me a breath. What does Pixie have? I know Pixie's got some.
Assault rifle.
Look, if you wanted this dog, you're gonna have to get surgical, right? These guns here. They're ready.
I'm like, you can't take off my arms, and they're probably not going to strip me from my skirt, which the stuff in there is concealable without a roll.
And Gato and Bodak?
On the body, I have a very heavy pistol and a sword.
Bodak?
Yeah, for Bodak, he's a very obvious katana strung across his back. And even as the guys come in to kind of to frisk him, he'll just open up the tunic and reveal the he's got a City Hunter 757 City Hunter. Sorry, Nova model 757 City Hunter.
Nice. Yeah, they just, frisk you, they see that, you open, they're just like, oh, all right, hey, everyone, keep things low-key, please. We haven't had an incident in forever. We're trying to not have incidents.
Not possible. Name's David Noir. You probably heard of me. I'm a pretty big deal.
You haven't had an incident in forever? Is that like a month?
Yeah, and they haven't, they both look at David Noir and just shake their head, look back at Pixie and be like, actually, it's been about, 8 days? No, 9 days. Yeah, 9 days, so come on. You can carry you can carry what you want. Obviously, we do what we want out here, but come on, don't fuck around. Just be cool. You guys coming in this hot. Let's just be cool. All right? We agree?
Yeah.
Always cool.
They just
chill.
They just gesture open, and the other guy just kind of talks to the other one, and you hear him just say, "Is she even old enough?" I'm like, who the fuck cares?
Truth.
Yeah, and you guys enter the bar. It just seems like it was kind of a check and warning sort of situation. They didn't take anybody's shit or check it. They didn't even seem to care about Pixie's age, but this is kind of expected outside of the city limits. This is just kind of free for all in a way. This is borderline city limits, but yeah, you enter, and it just seems like you see off to the side stairs that go up. They're kind of spiral. They go up to each level, obviously. There's also a service elevator. It looks like it's there for people that work. There's a bar directly in front of you. Booths all around the edge. There's some people dancing and hanging out, talking. The bar's packed. This level is pretty packed for it just being late afternoon, early evening. People are getting into it and drinking. It looks like, everybody give me a perception entering this place.
Yeah.
See what other kind
look
of
over and I say, hey, is there any hacking that we can do here? I don't understand that whole net stuff, but if sometimes it gives more information than we need, this time that seems like it would be nice.
Yeah, once we've got drinks, I'll figure out the best place for us to sit.
Yeah, and coming in there, yeah, you can see there's really no booths that are open. There's a couple spots at the bar. The group of you might be able to kind of wedge in together. Other than that, it's like kind of standing only. Pixie, you notice with that great perception, scanning the room, it doesn't look like even one person in here looks like any type of edge runner. This looks like this entire level is comprised of working class, struggling, maybe a traveler or two, but it definitely looks like this is made up a majority of residents from the mega complex.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt a scanner roll, Rob, just to see what networks are down here.
Yeah, go for it. Bless him. David Noir sneezes.
That was good.
Should have muted myself.
David Noir doesn't mute sneezes.
Of course not. Shouldn't function.
Yeah, there's a system coming from behind the bar. David Noir sneezes in faces. He purposely turns towards people.
You're welcome.
Great.
You're welcome. Oh, you want me to sign that? Hacha! Yeah, there's a system behind the bar. You can pick up on that. You can also tell with that roll, it seems like there's also a system above that one, and above that one, and above that one. Looks like one on each floor, about in the same place.
So when you say behind the bar, is it the type of thing that if I was to stand at the bar getting a drink, for example, or just talking, I would be able to access it without going behind the counter?
Yeah, it's closer than 6 meters, most definitely.
Cool. So yeah, I'll just suggest then that when we get our drinks, we just stand at the bar and chat.
Yeah.
pull out the straw.
I'm looking around to see what else there is in the bar.
It seems like, yeah, on this level, it's, dancing, big open booths around the edge, the bar, the spiral staircase, couple bathrooms. Pretty simple, but it seems like this level is more for just general open dancing or socializing.
Okay.
I lean over the bar to the bartender. I say, "What's up on the second and third floor?"
The bartender comes over and she just says, "What's everybody drinking?" Slides over some napkins. She's like, "Just more games, more hangout. Top floor's a bit private, but yeah, if you guys into any brain dance or pool or darts, any of the games, next level will work for you. But yeah, what are you guys drinking?"
Shoot me a bourbon for now.
Give me what he's having. And then I turn to Bodak and say quietly, "So, what's the plan with the floors on lockdown? It looks like I could probably convince us up there, but it'll take a lot of convincing. Think we can do something with the cameras?"
There's a node on each floor, so I suspect that the lockdown floor is on its own separate system.
Yeah, you can tell each floor was a separate access point, a different system on that roll. Yeah. 4 separate systems.
So I'll be able to access the floor here and maybe get us camera's view, but we won't get to see anything particularly more than what we're already seeing.
No.
Okay.
So this one might be more for you and Gato to try and talk our way up there. But once we're up there, I should be able to then get into the system and tell you what's in any closed rooms.
Yeah. Turn back around. So, the top floor is private. What's the reason? What's the story behind that?
Give me conversation.
Come on, roll me something good this time around.
Oh.
I'm not rolling good today.
Yeah, she leans over after she pours the drinks and she's just like, it's just, I don't know, private or whatever. But like I said, like, second's got some good games. Third, a little more socializing, whatever. But yeah, I would just.
Yeah.
She looks you guys over and she's like, yeah, second floor is probably good for you.
Can't you tell me the whatever part?
She just walks over and starts
get some fast talking there.
taking care of other people's drinks.
Ah, damn.
Well, the third floor's more for socialising, so let's head up to the third floor, drink our drinks, and just see who goes up and down. Because if it's the nomads that are going up there, they're going to be pretty obvious.
I'm looking over what's in the bar. Do I see like soda drinks as well, like Nicola?
Yeah, they have, like they might use for mixers and such, definitely. Yeah.
Looking over what they have, I wave the bartender back down. And I say, "Do you have hot sauce?"
No.
She looks over and she's like, "Hot sauce? Let me see." She was like, "Yeah," and she puffs it out.
Cool.
She's
Can
like, "What do you want? A Bloody Mary or something? What are you looking for?"
Sakura Nicola, and let's get some ginger ale, kind of flavoring in there, and like a cup of hot sauce.
Okay. She turns around and starts messing with her agent and just starts getting your order together.
And if you've got any milk, like a tablespoon of milk.
She's like,
That is
out of milk, but we have some synth cream here. And she pulls out this little pack.
I shrug. That works.
Yeah, she puts everything out. And everybody getting these drinks at the different bars. Maybe everybody just deduct 10 eddies on each one just to kind of have a little accountability on buying some things here. But yeah, everybody gets what they want.
All right. So, third floor we go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, make our way up.
Who's coming in and out?
Yeah, as you guys start
hang out.
walking
They got
over.
pool tables up there.
Well, as you start going up the spiral staircase, as you're passing the second floor, everybody give me a perception.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a good roll.
Oh, okay, it's a 31 now.
Yeah, and with Pixie killing it on that, but yeah, as you go through, you notice it's pretty much the same type of people on the second floor as we're on the first. It's very megaplex residence heavy, but you see a couple pool tables, some darts, some brain dance people on the side. It's kind of how she explained, kind of a game level. People are socializing, but they're more preoccupied with different games. There's a bunch of digital games along the bar as well, but it's very megaplex resident heavy in the type of people. As you make your way up to the third, where you were headed to, you can tell that this level, and well, give me a perception. As you're going up, you can see that there's a nomad-looking guy kind of coming up behind you up the stairs. But everybody give me a perception as you're entering the third level. Give everybody another chance to look over this new level. Good. Everybody's doing good but Gato with the perception on that round.
I don't think I've made a single perception roll so far, so I don't know.
Yeah, you did. You did. Oh, yeah, you did. It's 13. Oh, you mean successful? Yeah, they haven't been that good.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a single roll that
I know what you mean. Yeah.
taught me something from the
But yeah, when you get up to this level,
perception-wise.
Yeah, there's a guy coming up behind you. Looks very nomad in the style of his leathers and whatever. But he's coming up behind you, and as you get up to the third level, it looks very similar to the second level in items. Games, pool tables, darts, brain dance, shit like that. But this level has a bunch of nomad-looking people. Few of them up at the bar, a couple playing pool, a couple playing darts, one jacked into a brain dance. And as you get up there and kind of look around, the guy behind you just kind of pushes through, and he's just goes by you and looks at all of you, kind of confused, like you look out of place a bit, goes past you and goes up to the bar, starts talking to the couple guys that were at the bar.
Interesting guy.
Is anyone doing arm wrestling or anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go over to the bar and I sit down. I'm keeping a sharp eye on Gato as I'm listening in on different things.
What's everybody else doing?
Yeah. I'll go to the bar, get a drink, and then step back from the bar a few meters, not far. Just kind of keeping Gato and the case of money in my view as I'm just kind of scanning the room.
Okay. And Gato?
Yeah, I accompanied Pixie.
And David?
I go with Pixie.
What kind of games are up here?
You're seeing the darts, pool table, some brain dance machines on the side. On the bar, there's digital games. Almost anything you can think of. It seems like each one has their own database of retro to current.
Wow.
Yeah. Is there anyone playing? Do they have any dartboards going on? Do they got any games going on?
Yeah.
Because maybe I can jump in, spectate one, harass the people basically who are playing one until they finish their game, with the promise of me joining their next game or so on.
Yeah, you can do that. There's a couple guys playing darts off to the side, like I said earlier. You can walk over there.
All right. I'll go and associate with the common folk. Let's see let's see what happens with that afterwards.
With the nomads of the bar. So yeah, you walk over there playing darts. They just kind of glance at you, keep playing. Pixie, Gato, Bodak head over to the bar. Bodak, taking a step away. But when you go over to the bar, the bartender, which kind of looks like a nomad-looking guy himself, kind of steps over and he's like, "What are y'all drinking?"
I say, hot sauce and Nicola mostly.
Okay, you've already been taken care of. He sees you all have drinks from the bar beneath. He's like, is there...
How does that not elicit any reactions? That is rancid.
He just shake. It's fucking the dark future. People are drinking weirder things than that. But if you can imagine. But yeah, he just shakes his head and he's just like, is there's something you need? Maybe you're thinking you need to go down a level and hang out.
Gato,
Down
are you
there?
drinking
blink
bourbon
it-
as well?
I'm drinking what?
Are you drinking bourbon as well?
I'm drinking beer.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
I think bourbon too. That's another thing.
Yeah, because if you drink bourbon as well, I'll ask him for to top up the bourbon and leave us the bottle.
Okay. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. He tops it off, leaves the bottle.
I'd like to just assume we're paying for all this stuff with the cash from the case this whole time.
They'll never
Well,
know,
listen,
right?
Oh god.
Go mean and ask. We don't belong. Ask for a bottle, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay.
Not
Right?
really, but I'll try to haggle him down. And
Okay, yeah, give me that. Give me your haggle skill there. Don't forget to add in.
I mean, okay.
Oh.
I will.
Well, I crit failed on that, so that shouldn't be hard for you at all.
Oh,
I've got a 26.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We should have given some synth coke to Gato so he could try and bribe some people and let us up. Give us more info.
Big Val in the chat says back drinking hot sauce, lol. But yeah, no, that's great. You can get it much cheaper. I want to look up the exact price because I know they have the drinks, but we'll say like the bottle is what, like you're getting like top shelf stuff from a bar, right?
yeah.
So yeah, we'll just say the bottle they're selling it for I don't know what makes fair sense here, like 80 or 100 top shelf from a bar, but you getting the discount. What is that? At this level, what is it? 20%, or what level are you on? What's your rank?
That's still 10% discount,
Okay.
but I can get it. But I can get a 20% bonus on our payments.
Oh, okay.
The drink good bar is €10 bucks.
Mhm.
Excellent bar is €20 bucks, and executive bar is €50 bucks.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can get the discount on there. You can take the 10% off of the bottle, and we'll get the exact price in the chat. We'll figure out what that top level bottle
Okay.
can be, but.
Yeah.
But you at least did an amazing roll. You're able to kind of haggle with the bartender. He's like, all right, yeah, you're getting the whole bottle. That's fine. And he kind of gives it over and then goes back talking to some of the guys.
Bodak will pay for it rather than opening up the case or anything stupid like that. I'll pay for it.
Okay.
And
And yeah, and Pixie, while you guys are hanging out and they kind of buy that bottle and they're doing the drinks, and I guess you're sipping your hot sauce or doing what you're doing with your combo, and David Noir is walking over to the darts. You overhear after the bartender does that and goes over talking to a couple of the guys, and you overhear him talking something about when are you heading out to the trade depot or something along those lines. You do overhear those words. But back over to you, David Noir. You're at the darts. Couple of Nomad guys playing darts. They actually just ended their game. One of them's kind of making fun of the other guy because he lost.
Yeah. So, you guys down for another one? It's been a while since I've done. Could use the practice. New in town.
Give me your
David Noir.
Give me your
Who are you
conversation.
guys? Yeah, that's a good roll.
Yeah, they look at each other and then they look back at you and they're like, "Yeah, sure. I want to put a little money on it."
How much money are we talking?
Yeah, I don't know what, like 50 eddies.
Yeah, we could do 50 eddies. All right. And I got an idea now. Right. I pull out 50 eddy. Go to grab my wallet, right? And I go and pull out the same bill that Pixie gave me earlier, the $100. Where I'm like, damn, don't have 50 eddies on me, but I got 100. Put it down.
Yeah, the guy who won the match like looks over at the other guy and he's like, no problem, and he like busts out another 50, puts it down to match it, and then the guy that lost their previous match, he just kind of sits down and he's like, oh, this ought to be good.
Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Oh god. If I win this and I get him on the ropes, right, and he has to pay me, perfect for information, right? But I need to win this. If I lose it, who cares? $100. $100.
Have you played parts recently with the new hands?
Uh-oh.
No, I haven't. David was never that good at anything involving his reflexes.
All right, back over to the bar. David Noir's. You see him across the way, kind of chatting with those guys, and now it looks like he's getting ready to start a game of darts with somebody. But back over to Pixie, Gato, and Bodak at the bar with your bottle.
What time do they say?
Yeah, you didn't get any details. You just overheard a little bit of chatter about something about going out to the trading depot.
Okay, so I can't hear what time they're thinking about going out.
Yeah, you didn't pick up details, but with that perception, you at least overheard, trading depot and such, so you're at least picking up on some of that.
Are they playing games or something?
No, these guys are just sitting at the bar talking to the bartender about it.
What do they both look like? That's an important question.
Look like nomads. One looks kind of Spanish in descent, maybe Mexican American or along those lines, little Latino background. The other guy, a little bit older, a little more slender. He looks a little more white, maybe a little country. But those two guys are the ones talking about it to the bartender. Very nomad-like, obviously. Everyone in here is kind of wearing leathers and looks a little road-worn and shit.
Makes sense. I make eye contact with Gato, who's the talker out of us, and I give him what I think is a very informative look, but it probably actually isn't.
All right, give me roll a 1d10 and tell me what your cool stat is. We're doing a cool check on this. So just give me a 1d10.
Yeah. And my cool stat is 6.
Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. Your cool stat check was cool. So yeah, I'll say this, Gato, you're getting the point. Whatever it is, whatever Pixie's doing, she's kind of gesturing towards them, giving you the look. You can kind of tell she's letting you know she overheard something or, is getting a lead on these people right here at the bar.
Do you actually have your comlink in? Building.
I don't think I actually have an internal agent. No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just me and you, Gato, that have the radio comms.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else. And mine is still, it's an actual on-ear radio comm. It's not internal.
Good idea to invest in those in the future, because we had quite the incident last time at the concert.
Yeah. I brought mine after the concert for that very reason.
That's funny.
And I was kind of glad I had it when we were doing the net thing in the funeral home, because that's how Gato was talking to me.
Yeah. Then I'll actually go to Pixie.
Yeah, and I think like Pyro said, I think he's reminding me too. I think y'all got given radios in like the first episode, and I think I did that too on the ongoing. The team had that, but I think on this team, David Ling Po maybe gave you guys those, but in the sense of what Bodak did.
I didn't have. I remember that from the first episode. People were talking, or Pixie was talking to people from the stairs, right? And I couldn't hear anything because I was not connected to the comm.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But those were from IMG still.
That's fine.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
fine.
And then I'll just head over to Pixie. She's at the bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of you are at the bar except for David Noir.
Okay. So then I could just.
Who's about to destroy this intelligence-based gamble check?
But yeah, Gato, you get the gesture from Pixie about that.
Yeah.
What's your reaction? What are you doing?
So I'll just ask her. What do you hear?
I quickly type on my phone so I don't say anything and they hear it. and
Okay.
I ping it to because I know you have an internal agent, and I ping it to you.
Okay. So
So now you know that she overheard those, couple nomad guys at the bar talking about a trading depot or something like that with the bartender.
okay. Well, I might just go over to them. Be blunt. What are those guys drinking?
They're having beers. They're drinking beers.
They're having beers,
Yeah.
and they're how many?
And you see a couple empty bottles in front of one, a few empty bottles in front of the other, and they each have one.
They're two.
Yeah, one had two, one had three.
I mean, they are two. They're two.
Oh yeah,
people.
two guys. Sorry.
Okay. Then I'll order three bottles of the beer they drank.
Okay. Yeah, bartender kind of stops talking, looks over to you, gets the beers, hands them over, does the deal.
Okay. And then I'll go over to them. Pass each one of them a beer.
Okay.
And tell them, well,
What are you gonna say to him?
I kind of picked up that you were going to a trading depot. I'll
Yeah.
have some cash. I'll have some cash to spend, and I was told to look for the Dolos Nomads. You don't happen to know where I can find them?
Give me a conversation roll, and I'm gonna give you a bonus from buying them some beers.
Okay.
Ooh,
And I'll spend 2 luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Conversation.
So I might be wrong, but I think on this new character sheet you can put in at the top modifiers lot point spent, and I think it might even deduct it.
I did. I just did.
Cool. Not so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I see what it did. Did that roll your 1d10 into that? Okay, it did.
it did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and both of them just kind of like look. The older guy looks back over and takes the beer and starts drinking it. The more Spanish-looking guy takes a drink and looks towards you, and he's like, "Oh, you got some money to spend? Hey, what's up, Esse? What you got?" He's like, what you looking for? The trading depot?"
Well, actually, we were told to look for the Dolos trading depot.
Oh, okay. He like turns over to the tall guy, and he's just like, "Yo, gato, these chumbas looking for some dolos, man. I think they want to do some trading." He said, "You got some dinero?" And then the older guy kind of leans over, and he's like, "Oh, y'all got some money to spend, do you?" Kind of like tips his little cowboy hat that he's wearing, all worn out. He's like, "Looking for dolos, huh?"
So if they start switching to Spanish, I'll actually switch to Spanish too.
Yeah, you do that, and the smaller Spanish guy kind of like turns toward you and in Spanish replies and just says, "Oh, I didn't know you speak Spanish. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah. So looking for dolos." And then the kind of country guy leans down and he's like, "Well, you said you got some money to spend. Let's see, what's up with that?"
Yeah, we were looking for, and I'll actually tell him if I'll tell him that we were sent to purchase something from the Dolo Nomad. What's it called?
Yeah, their trading depot.
Depot. There was some kind of code we were supposed to get.
Yeah, the second you say, there's some type of code you need to get or whatever, You see the Spanish guy's eyes get kind of big, and he looks towards the other guy, and he's just like, "Oh shit! I say they come for the code." And then the other guy, older guy, looks at you, and he's just like, "Hey, why don't we step aside here and have a little private chit chat? You say you got some cash to spend?"
Sure.
Yeah, he kind of gestures over to the side, like wanting you to kind of follow them off to the side.
Are they going to a separate room or just to a corner of the room?
No, it looks like they're kind of heading over to a door off to the side next to the bathrooms.
I get up and I fall into step with Gato.
Okay.
Okay, and Bodak?
I'm going to let them go in through the door, so I'm not going to obviously following them.
Okay.
But as soon as they go out the side, I'm going to go and stand against the opposite side, the outside of the door. So the second I hear any sound of sound, I can go in.
Okay, yeah, you guys go do all that and back over to David Noir. Why don't you give me...
What's the roll?
Yeah, what do you have here? Let's go with athletics.
Athletics. Interesting. Skill-based roll.
Yeah, because you're throwing this thing. This is like throwing a grenade. You're trying to hit target.
And it's athletics to throw grenades?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I thought it would be heavy weapons. All right. I'm actually good for me because I'm actually okay with athletics. 17 contested roll. Let's see it.
That was a pretty good
Nice.
throw with the first start.
Yeah, that's great. Nice. Yeah, you're beating them so far. And obviously we're not going exact for exact on every throw of a true game of darts here, but we're kind of going to summarize this as we go. But so far you're kicking his ass. Yeah, you're definitely kicking his ass so far, and you can tell he's kind of sweating a little, and his buddy is in the back just like, "Oh shit!"
You want to double the stakes?
No. I think we're good. Let's just keep playing. Let's keep playing. Give me another athletics.
All right. Not quite as good.
Oh, that's exactly what I got actually. Yeah, so now you guys are kind of tied up. So you're still kind of in the lead here on the game, but he's getting a little more confident with it. But back over to you, Gato and Pixie. You're following Gato. The two guys kind of open up this. It looks like it's just a storage closet for the bar, like cleaning supplies and shit like that. But they kind of like look around and they open it. And the old guy steps in, the older guy anyways, and he's just like, "Come on, let's take a look. Let's see how serious you are here." And the guy's like, "Come on, let's see. You say you got money." Kind of gestures for you to enter the closet with them.
I'm going in there with them.
All right. Yeah, you.
I go in with him as well.
Okay. Yeah. When you start going in, the Spanish guy that's in the back, the last one of their group to kind of go in, like stops and he puts up his hand. And he's just like, "Yo, who's this girl?"
She's my bodyguard.
Oh, Cabron, you got your own bodyguard. Shit. He looks at the other guy, and then the kind of country dude leans down. And he's like, "Oh, these real players. All right. Maybe you are serious. All right, come on in. Let's see. Now, how much money you got? You looking for the code?" And they kind of close the door behind them. Bodak, you're standing there. You can hear them chatting from inside, outside.
Yeah. Now's the time to hack.
But yeah, they're asking you, Gato. He's like, "Yeah, so what's up? How much money you got? You're looking to get into our code. Obviously, you heard some things. So what's up? How much cash you got?"
I'll actually open the suitcase.
Yeah,
so that they can see that it's full.
Yeah, the second you open it, both of them like step back and like, "Oh shit!" Give me a human perception roll. Both of you, Pixie and Gato.
Hey, human perception does not mean they're about to stab you every time. You might just be fucking with us. It only means that 90% of the time.
I have like a very low human perception and an even lower empathy. I
Yeah,
think.
your empathy.
It's fine. You got gun.
It does actually. I do have a +2 modifier from the smart glasses I'm wearing. That those I put in. Does voice stress analyzer help too?
No, this is pretty much just getting a read on their face, their initial reaction. But you can tell, it's very obvious that both of them are shocked that you have this much cash for this code or whatever. But Gato, you're getting a definite read that after the initial shock on their face wears off, which is a split second, you can tell instantly they both are like kind of like sizing you two up. Like, that's a lot of money. Can we take them? Is there a way we can get this? Like, you can tell they're kind of sizing you up initially.
I'll make a stare down.
Yeah, do that.
Face down.
Do we have that here somewhere?
I don't know, but you can just give me a 1d10 and we'll.
Face
Yeah, we
down.
have a face down.
Face down's on your character tab. So the very bottom in the middle.
Very bottom in the middle.
Under reputation.
Yeah.
In your character tab, your first tab. Improvement points, reputation, and cash.
Okay.
I believe you guys have a reputation of 3 and I have a 4.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's funny, I just rolled both these guys and I got the same exact roll on both of them, so let's see what you get.
Also, just quickly, Rob, whilst they're in there, I'm going to attempt to engage this network, see if I can access security cameras to see what's on this floor.
Okay. Yeah, you the second you kind of read them, you see that they're kind of sizing you up. You do a little, chest flex, I guess, and step up a little to let them know that you're noticing and you're kind of standing off with them. Yeah, and they both kind of back down. They're like, all right, cowboy, all right. I can tell y'all are serious. All right, I think we can work this out. And then they kind of talk to each other a little bit under their breath. And then the Spanish guy just like, bring them. They got all the cash. And then the cowboy's just like, all right, yeah, I think you're good to go. I can tell you big players. You got the money to spend. And he kind of like hits up with his agent and goes to send you a message. He's like, these are coordinates to the trade depot. He's like, they're already starting up. You can head out there anytime, but if you're looking to buy that code, you got to get out there at least before the auction ends and see if you can get that for yourself. It looks like you can afford it, so I'd say get your ass out there.
Okay.
And then, Bodak, give me your interface roll.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I guess you already know the access points there. You've already done that, so it's up to you. You're within 6 meters. You want to jack into a system?
Yep.
Okay, so while they're doing that deal, you jack into the system. Let me get to the right one. Give me 1 second. Bear with me.
Now, what's important is
Okay.
they gave us some coordinates. Well, the question is, are these the right coordinates? Or are these is this an alleyway somewhere?
Yeah, you go into the system, and you can see you're basically on the first level, and you're facing a password of 8 to proceed.
Okay, so activate. So I've jacked in, activate worm, and then I'll do my next interface. So this is going to be +2 because I've got worm. So yeah.
Good. Yeah, you get through the password. So you're sitting on the top level of this system, level 1, and you pass the password back over to. That's your 3 actions though. You're still on 3 actions, right? You haven't gone up rank 7.
Not yet.
Yeah,
no,
way.
unfortunately.
Back over to David, if you want to give me that final athletics.
Here it is. David Nord doesn't lose. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe he loses every now and then.
No, you beat him by 1 point. So yeah, you barely beat him on the, towards the end of the game, but it's enough because you kicked his ass in the beginning.
Of course,
you
I
guys were
act like I'm
up in the middle.
acting like overly humble. Like it was a super easy win, right? It's only to be expected that it ended this way, right? Like it was good of you to even like try.
Yeah, he just shakes his head, and his buddy kind of stands up and puts his arm on his shoulder. He's like, "Shit, man, I can't believe he beat you." And the other guy's like, "Yeah, fuck it, man." He's like, "Yo, you want to go again?"
I got some business tonight. How about this? If you can give me some directions to that Dolos depot.
Dolos,
The
Jesus.
MO1, the one everyone's scared of, spooked up of. Right, I'll let you keep your 100 if you can point me in the right direction.
Oh, all right. They kind of look at each other. He's like, "Oh, why are you looking for the Dolos?"
Well, I'm looking to sell to them. Right. I'm a rocker boy. I got plenty of talent. I got plenty of connections.
Okay, well, look no further. We're part of the Dolos. He's like, and as he picks up the money, he starts putting it back in his pocket and shit. And he's like, so what's up? What do you need? What are you trying to sell?
Yeah, me and a group of people. We're looking to speak. We're looking to go down to. What was the depot again? The name?
Just
I just
Trading
know it's
Depot,
called-
Dolos Family
Just
Trading
Trading-
Depot, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
I hear that there's a lot of stuff going down at the family trading depot. Right. I represent a little guy called, or maybe not represent. Right. But there's this little guy, way smaller than me, trying to work with me called David Ling Po. Right. He's trying to get connections with the family trading depot.
Yeah, one of them
So
just
you
like,
can point me to somewhere that's not an alleyway where I'll get stabbed.
yeah, they both just kind of shrug their shoulders when you name drop, and they're just like, not really sure, but yeah, you're looking to do some deals. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why we're here. He's like, what's up? You want to do some trading tonight? You looking to buy or sell tonight, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm looking to go in tonight. Right.
Yeah, they
I don't know all the details. Right. Everyone else. I just play the tune. I just play the tunes and kick people's ass and darts. But
Yeah.
it'd be nice if you could give me directions.
Apparently you do, and then he kind of like gives you these coordinates. He's like, yeah, just go out there, and just like the other coordinates, I didn't mention, but there is a password.
We're not sharing. We're not together. We're
Right.
operating with half and half information. I know they kind of wandered off and did something.
Exactly.
Right. But I'm also getting the coordinates.
Yeah, exactly.
We
And you
can
got
now coordinate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's hope they're both the same coordinates.
Da-dum.
It's gonna be scary if they're not.
Yeah. So yeah, you got that, and yeah, he just like laughs a little bit at the dart joke and shit, and he's like, yeah, there's a
I
coordinates.
give him a pat on the shoulder. I'm like, so I've introduced myself. I've introduced my name a few times. What are your names?
He's like, yeah, well, I'm Gears. This is Brutus. He's like, but yeah, we should be out at the trading depot tonight too. I mean, when are you going to be heading out there?
I don't know. I'm probably going to be relatively soon, but I know that there's going to be these fights happening earlier. We were at this bar. I think it was called Punisher. No, not Punisher. Had a big LED. Guy getting punched in the face.
Pounders.
Yeah. Not an Arby's, though. Not an Arby's, unfortunately.
He's like, yeah, they do some fights over there. You can make some quick eddies if you're good with the hands. But yeah, we'll be out at the trading depot if you're heading out there tonight or whatever you're doing. Yeah, look for us, man. I'd like another chance, another round at some darts, man. We got some games out there, and we got some other shit we could gamble on out there. But yeah, when you're done selling, buying, doing what you're doing, man, look for me. Just ask around for Gears, and let's give me another chance to get some pride back. I at least got the money back, but I want some of my pride back here.
Okay.
I'll be taking that 100 from you later, though, and I excuse myself.
Yeah, he just laughs.
I'll actually just ask Bodak whether we are good to go. Because if he's in the net, it's...
Yeah, when you guys step out of the closet, back over to you guys step out, coming out the closet, now I'm in the closet too. Wasn't that a song? But no, you go, you come out, and the other guys just kind of step out past you and just like nod and go back over to the bar, start drinking, chatting with the bartender. You see Bodak standing there. You know the look. Bodak's definitely in a system. He's being a little low key. He's got the built-in virtuality goggles, so maybe not a lot of people are noticing. But you know the look. You know him well. You can tell he's in the system. But yeah, you guys step out. You can say that to Bodak if we're good to go. You guys can talk to each other.
I'll do that via intercom.
Yeah, when they come back out, I will cleanly jack out of the system.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. You jack out.
Okay, then let's grab David and head off.
Yeah, I make my way. Did I see them wander off earlier? I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, you see
Yeah,
them
right.
come out.
So then, yeah, I'm making my way over to the stairs as well. See them all. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you guys
so
regroup,
I
make
just
your way
hit the
down and out.
jackpot. I found the place. No need to thank me.
So before we set off, are we okay to take a quick 5-minute break?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I got to top off my water. I was just waiting for you guys to get out the bar, regroup in the RV, David Noir to say some cocky shit, and we're ready for a 5-minute break. Let's do this.
Perfect.
Everybody watching, we'll be right back.
Okay, I'm back. I got food. Yeah, you're there having a snack. I'm here having a meal. Right, fries. Got the chicken and barbecue sauce on a bun. Threw it in a microwave. Warmed it all up. All here.
Been messing up my rolls today, except for the ones that were important.
Yeah, I was forgetting to ask you, Tara, if that's a real creative Band-Aid real life wound, or is it a pixie wound?
It's a pixie wound,
Okay.
just like this one is.
Yeah, I was I didn't know. And I didn't know if something like really bad happened in your real life. And I was like, I don't know, should I ask? Did she get, like, is Cody beating her? What is going on?
I am incredibly accident prone.
Okay.
I usually, on average, have at least one Band-Aid on my finger. And, like, this last week, I had, like, 3 of them on, and the toddler I work with was like, are you okay?
It's bad when you have more Band-Aids than a toddler. They're like, they're more, you have more scrapes and bruises from playing.
I'm so proud of myself. I've not cut myself with a knife in like 6 years. Right.
Really?
Any sort of cooking.
Man, I had the worst accident during quarantine.
I haven't injured myself at all in years.
Man, last year during quarantine, I broke my toes again, and then aside from that, I burnt my whole arm and up my chest and neck. We had a kitchen fire, and I took the pot of oil out the back, and it burned up. I don't know if you guys knew me back then. It was at the beginning of the year, but this is all new skin. That's why this tattoo's all faded, and all up my bicep. That's why I have discoloring all up here. It's hard to see in the camera, and all up my neck I have discoloring because of. I mean, it was bad. It was so bad, but I didn't want to go to the hospital because of the fucking COVID was spiking at the time here in LA, and I was like, oh. Yeah. So I toughed it out at home, but I was like going through shock and stuff initially.
That's a horrible idea.
It was a horrible idea, but I just kept changing bandages and medicine and doing what I had to do, but I got through.
Did you at least go to like Bartell's and pick up the stuff you needed to take care of it at home?
Yeah, I mean, I got things that I needed to take care of it.
Okay.
All the proper gauze and the types that don't stick and
because like I got like a cut on my foot when I was younger that I should have gotten stitches for. But I had stitches so much already, I didn't want to have it again. So I just took care of it on my own and didn't tell anyone.
Oh, God.
It worked out in the end, but it probably didn't heal as fast as it could have.
Yeah. Mine did decent. I heal pretty fast. But it was a bad quarantine for me. I had quite a few injuries that I usually don't get. But.
If I don't have at least 1 or 2 bruises on my body in a month, it's weird. I bonk into random things, don't realize it, keep going, and I'm like, oh, hey, that's a bruise. Where did that come from?
That's like Val. My wife Valerie does that. She always has like a new bruise, and she's like, how did I get that? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not you. How do you do that? Every day a new one.
I bruise really easy.
All right, cool. We're back. So everyone can see us now. Yet that conversation you heard was not part of the game. That was real life. But we're back. We're back in the character. We're back in the scene. The team just basically got their the coordinates. Gato and Pixie Dust were able to talk to a couple of these Dolos, and Gato, with the gift of gab, kind of talked him into sharing a little bit of info, showed that he had the cash to spend, did a little standoff to kind of hold his own down, and got the invite, got the coordinates. David Noir just beat a couple guys at some darts and got some coordinates, gift of gab, and kind of made that happen. So you guys were pretty lucky and kind of made it work. But as a backup, Bodak was there in the system. He was going to try to do some digging, but both of you kind of hooked that up, and he was able to jack out and get out of there. So kind of smooth. That was good. But when you guys get down to the RV, you guys are collectively together out here in the parking lot, out front of the bucket, and you guys are back together.
Everyone's
take
expert.
It from here.
No one is.
But yeah, you guys can talk to each other. You're in the RV. Make your plan or what you guys are doing.
So compare notes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now that I've saved the day, you guys want to use my? You gotta ask nicely for it, though.
Well, actually, we'll just use the right coordinates that I have on my agent. So.
Well, wait. Where did you get coordinates from?
From the
Were they
people
just sitting around upstairs? They just giving those for free? I had to win a game of darts.
Actually,
Yeah.
we just took him to a closet.
That sounds weird.
She doesn't elaborate.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, I just realised I was still muted from the break. Yeah, I paid for that bottle, so I'm taking the bottle of
Oh, okay.
bottle with me. That's coming out.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
well,
You got that.
Kid. Well, yeah, okay. Coordinates are, and then I tell them what I got. Is it the same
Yes,
stuff?
it's mine.
Yeah, coordinates are matching.
Okay.
Damn.
Can
So
I
just-
load those GPS coordinates up and see what's supposed to be there?
It's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. It looks like it's going to take at least a couple hours to get out there. But it looks like it's
Yeah.
in the middle of the Badlands.
We don't have a couple of hours. Step on it. Get us there in an hour. Top.
I mean, we now know some nomads who might be able to book us there.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't remember their names, but that's true.
Candy and Jess.
Does any one
You're
of you
so
have
good at you're such a people person. Why don't you talk to everyone?
You know, that's a good point. I should talk to more people.
Yeah. Can the guys that you spoke to, can they not get us an introduction rather than just turning up cold?
Oh, they both trying to go darts with? They have no plans on buying
I
anything.
was thinking the one that Bodak took into the
I see.
meeting room. Meeting room.
What?
He wants to see the people that he talked to in the meeting room, if he can use them and get a ride off them.
Yeah. Rather than just turning up cold and being turned away, can those guys introduce us?
We've got a password.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everything should be.
each coordinates came with a password that gives you access to the.
No, I just assumed like,
compound.
oh yeah, just let me talk to Greaser, which isn't his name, but that's what I'm calling him now.
But yeah, you should be fine without a direct introduction. You have the coordinates, you have the passcode to enter the event, the trading depot. You wouldn't get the invite otherwise unless, a couple things, you're proving yourself one way or another, whether it's with money or skills and gift of gab and shit, you're able to work your way to it. But yeah, you are traveling a couple hours through the Badlands to get there. You do have options. You could drive out there. You've got your RV. You're a team to be reckoned with yourself. You're edge runners. But you're right. You did make friends with those girls, some of the relics of St. Christopher, and you could maybe hit them up. That's what they do. They do caravans and escorts and shit like that.
Well, if
You
you
have
want, you
options.
can ask to escort us, but I'd rather have our RV with us.
Yeah.
Where we can get away without too much difficulty when we're there.
Yeah.
So let's
Touche.
step on it, drive 3 times as fast as we should be driving, and get there in like an hour. Maybe 30 minutes if we were really quick.
Can someone please gag Mr. Noir?
I mean, I'll pay for the gas if that's the problem.
I'll
Just drive. Van's armored, right? Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Who cares? If someone's in front of you, drive through them.
Yeah, did the RV, I gotta look at the upgrades, but was it armored?
The RV, I do not know.
I know that you guys modified it with the beds, the drop-down beds and such, but I don't know that it was armored.
Yeah, I don't remember it being armoured. I know it's got the hiding space and the architecture and the beds.
Right.
I don't remember armour.
But either way, you do have those choices. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah. We'll just use the RV to get there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got 2 hours in the RV with Impatient Noir. Bodak's making his excuses. He's got important things he needs to do in the architecture to make sure it's all working properly, and I'm jacking in.
Okay. Yeah, what is everybody else doing during the ride? Because it seems like it's a fairly smooth ride. You guys are making the couple hours out through the Badlands without a lot of confrontation or fucked up shit happening.
I'm working on my Axle F.
Okay. And Pixie or Gato, who's driving?
Do you want to drive and I'll hold the gun, or do you care?
You hold the gun. I'm going to drive. Because it's an automatic one, and I do not have automatic fire. Well,
Hey, you got a sword, right?
well,
Someone comes up, drive it. Someone drives at us, right? They're being threatening. You jump off. You jump onto their vehicle. You cut them in half, and you steal their vehicle. Then we got 2 cars.
Hey.
Sounds like a win-win to me. Yeah. You don't need a gun. You got your arms and your legs and a sharp stick.
I mean, admittedly, if we're going into a nomad pack and we fuck up, there's not a lot of easy ways we're gonna escape.
No.
What are they gonna do? Yell at us?
Yeah. Using our RV for a quick exit is really not going to do much against an entire Nomad pack.
And
Yeah.
any one of us driving is not really good against nomads driving. So I guess if we
Yeah,
get into
watch Mad
trouble
Max
there,
Fury
and
Road.
if
We'll
we
be
get
fine.
out there alive, we'll have more than one new car.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, everybody give me perception as you're driving through the Badlands, coming up on the coordinates.
This is the one. This is the time where I get 3 exploding crits in a row. Or not. Or a 2 plus 2.
Okay, cool. Yeah, everyone, David Noir, Bodak, Gato, driving up on these coordinates after traveling hours through the Badlands. It's coming down nightfall. It's fairly dark out here, but it's kind of plain. I mean, there's some mountain terrain and hills, but it's all pretty much desert and wastelands, with the exception of the occasional broken down rubble or some shit on the side of this fucked up dirt road heading out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out here, and coming up towards the coordinates, you're not seeing anything. It just looks like nothing is out here. But Pixie, you're seeing up ahead where the coordinates are. You're seeing what looks like some type of building in almost like a little tent shape or pyramid shape or something, but a very small little pyramid type tent building up ahead where the coordinates are.
I pointed out so we don't drive over it.
Before she points it out. Well, looks like we were scammed, boys. Looks like we need to spend all the cash.
I just pointed out to our driver, so no one else is no one's gonna correct Noir. And we'll just arrive there and hop out, and he's gonna be like, "What do you guys do?"
We could still. I know that you pointed out like a building or something, but we could still spend the case and just say that we lost it or Grady never gave it to us or something.
I'll just
Good.
stop the car right in
I'm
front
going to
of
hop out of the RV.
Yeah, but as you pull up,
One of
Pixie
these days.
Pixie points it out. Now the rest of you can see it. Off in the distance, coming up, you see some type of tent, like a yurt or something. Very triangular or dome style. But now all of you see it as you're getting closer. And as you,
No,
what was that, Gato?
stop. I'll just stop in front of it.
Yeah, as you get up closer and you stop in front of it, let me refer you to roll 20. You can kind of see that basically you come up on this sort of compound, and it looks like it's basically, like as you come up, you see it opens up like a crater in the ground. And
Do they have a Thunderdome?
And what was, pointing out of the ground, what looked like some type of tent, as you come up and you look down into this crater, is actually like this sort of tower, like a tower with like a lookout sort of tent or a platform on the top. And that's what's kind of poking out from ground level from this crater. But as you get up, you can look down in the crater, and it's surrounded by mountains, and it's actually a crater within this other sort of crater. And you see like this small little town, this little trading depot, as you know it's called, the Dolos Nomad Family Trading Depot. But you see that it's basically, like I said, a crater inside of another crater, possibly an orbital rock site or explosion, maybe a pocket nuke at one point. Whatever it is, it's obviously an old battle zone or something of that.
I lean over to Noir and I say, "Is that the Thunderdome?"
I'm certain that's the Thunderdome. I got a song just for this one.
Yeah, and you can see, there's a bunch of, road bikes and vehicles and RVs and buses and shit all on the outside of the inner crater. And there's like this sort of fencing wall with an open gate that everyone pulled into park. And then it goes inside the further other opening, which is this little trading town. But that's what you're driving up onto. You can drive down the road down into the crater. This little trading depot.
There's a Thunderdome here. No one's going to be doing any trading. Only trading we're going to be doing is in blood. And the cage.
We could actually ask whether we can trade David Noir against the code, and then just keep the money for us.
I don't know. There are second-hand goods now.
Hand goods. Rude. Thank you. I'm not worth one case of money. Come on, it'll take a few more cases than that for it to be for that to be a good trade. Don't sell yourself short.
We know that you aren't worth that, but they don't. Okay, let's go in.
Of course they do. Of course they know I'm worth that much. Right. Someone in there's got to know me. All of them know me. Correction.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing? That's what you're pulling up onto. That's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Well, Gato, you've got the code, so it makes sense you take the lead. Go and speak to the...
I've got the code, so... Let's go.
Actually, I know we kind of got here using my fantastic speaking skills and my wits and other skills. But what are we gonna do with the case? I get we're gonna buy something, but what are we buying? I don't remember getting that far in the planning process.
We're buying a code, and they seem to know
Buying a code?
what's meant by the
Code wasn't the coordinates?
No, coordinates was getting you to the trading depot, but you're trying to buy some code.
What kind of bloody code? Who the hell is this Brady guy? Anyone's just gonna give us any code. Let's just tell them it's 1111 and then keep the money.
We're giving the code directly to Ling Po. I guess if the code's not valid, we'll know pretty quick.
Hey, did you keep that box?
Well, like you can secure the RV, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's just go.
That's actually a really good point. The turret on the gun is part of the architecture, isn't it?
Yes.
So can I link that up to my agent, Rob, and have some type of remote control?
No, you'd have to, you have to be in the system. You have to be within 6 meters and in the system to control that control node. But
Okay.
that's not to say that your creative idea isn't something that could be maybe worked out in the future. If you want to try to create some type of virus, that's the equivalent of a program that can do that, and then maybe get with a tech to invent and fabricate something that goes with your agent, and the access point, something that connects them
Power glove.
through your programming or something. There could be
Yeah,
some type of
definitely.
inventing and doing there, maybe.
A
good
hacker
downtown
power
project.
glove.
Might
You
cost
can
money,
control
time.
the little joystick.
But yeah, at this point, you'd have to be in the system to get that control node, yeah.
Yeah. But I will definitely lock down the vehicle and the architecture as tight as I possibly can to make sure that it's harder for anybody else to try to steal it.
Yeah, no problem. You guys pull in and park, big open sand lot, so to speak, bunch of random vehicles and shit. There are some people hanging out in the parking lot. There's a couple people kind of drinking and arguing off to the side a bit, getting a little bit rowdy. You do notice that. But aside from that, you see the front gate leading into the main compound. And it looks like there's a couple guys standing there, kind of standing guard, it looks like. And you see beyond that, like what you can see in the picture, what I lightly described, and you see people kind of walking around and shit. You can hear some music playing and such.
How good's the music?
I'm Gato's shadow. Just assume I'm immediately next to him.
Yeah.
Unless I say
I strut
otherwise.
through the place like I own it.
Yeah.
All right. First things first, people. Let's go to the Thunderdome.
I'm kind of picturing almost like a little triangle with Gato at the front and then Pixie and Bodak stood kind of next to him but slightly behind him, as it were.
Okay. Cool, yeah.
And
And then Noir
And
doing...
David, either way ahead or way behind.
I thought you had to check out the Thunderdome. Just to tell us when the next fight is, so that we can watch. I don't have an issue if you just stick inside that triangle. Okay, I'll go to those guys who stay guard.
Yeah, you can do that. You guys walk up, grouped up, and yeah, those guys are kind of blocking the front gate there. They're standing there, but they both, give their attention to all of you as you approach. They don't say anything. They're just looking at you as you approach.
Name's David Noir, rocker boy, God.
I tell them
I'm here for the Thunderdome.
They both
Okay,
look at
and-
each other and just laugh. Really? Thunderdome, huh?
Yep.
They don't even check
And
for
we-
your
we all-
invitation.
What did you say, Gato?
We're here for the auction.
Okay,
And I
cool.
tell
So,
them,
and tell them what?
but I'll wait for their reaction first.
Yeah, they say,
before tell-
okay,
before
yeah.
telling them.
And who's got the code? Who's got the password?
I do.
All right, what is it? Just for the sake of fun? You can make up anything here. What's the secret password to get in here?
It's password. You know it's password. You know it. Come on.
Gato?
Password is just password.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say password, they just laugh. It's clever. All right, let's go. And then kind of step aside, let you all in.
Really, Pyro?
What did he say?
Nipple.
I missed it.
Oh, we had a few nice
Nipple?
ones there.
Yeah.
Bacon.
I like Boros forged bacon.
Password works, that's fine. But yeah, they allow you guys to pass. They just laugh about it. And as you enter, it just kind of opens up into this sort of big compound surrounded by these mountainous, sort of craters within a crater. But
Yeah.
everyone give me a perception as you enter this area.
Oh, I'm good at these. Hell yeah, 14.
And boop.
15.
Yeah, everyone...
Every time I roll well, and Pixie always just manages to just pick me at it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm the solo.
Yeah, you guys did decent. Even David Noir did decent. Yeah, let's remove this. You guys enter the compound, and you can see a little bit more of what's going on. It definitely has a sort of Thunderdome-ish vibe in this sort of shanty nomad town. But you can tell it's been here a while. A lot of these buildings, are just covered in soot and dirt and dust. They've had this set up a while. They're an established sort of trading depot within their own sort of arcology, I guess, or whatever. However, their nomad family, their division of the what were they, part of the Vesquas?
Of the Steel Vaqueros.
Oh yeah, still Vesqueros. But you can tell that this is kind of, they've been established here quite some time. You're seeing that basically as you enter the front gate of the compound, off to the left side, you're seeing a bunch of what looks like food tents, some dancing, like a little dance area. You can hear some music, people chattering and socializing everywhere in different ways. But behind that, it looks like more partying and things going on. In the back, you can't really make it out what's beyond that just because of the things in the way and people walking around. Down the center, you see that big dome cage and some other type of structure. And it looks like a couple people are fighting in the cage, and there's people around it just kind of cheering and yelling and hooting and hollering and such. On the right side, you're seeing that big sort of lookout tower that looks like the top of it pokes out just beyond the edge of the crater. So like this whole town is kind of hidden when you're looking across the Badlands or desert, except for that little lookout tower. Then when you get up, you see the crater drop and everything's there, Hence why no one really noticed it driving up on it. But aside from that, on the right side, you're also seeing some other type of building structure that's next to that lookout tower, and a bunch of people hanging out front of there as well.
Thunderdome.
I say to y'all, nah, I want to go over there, pointing at the caged fighting arena, after we finish our business.
Yeah.
No, before.
We do that.
After the business, but totally feeling it, Pixie.
How about you guys go do the nerd number stuff, and I go beat some nomad ass.
Okay, make sure we get some nice pictures to put on the garden.
Good. Yeah, I'm moving towards the Thunderdome.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm just like, oh, this punk is gonna
if
die.
if Pixie and David are heading over to the dome, where are Gato
I
and
don't know if
Bodat
Pixie's
going?
joining. I think
Oh,
Pixie's making the
sorry.
smart decision this time.
No, I'm going with Gato because I'm the bodyguard. And honestly, like, any money we don't spend is up for grabs, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Bet it all on me.
I don't think there's any money you don't spend. I think the idea is, the idea is you're supposed to buy the code with that money, with that 200K.
I can still try to haggle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you could buy the code with 200K and have another 200K left over for ourselves if you doubled or nothing on the fight. Bet on me. No one's gonna bet on little old David Nor, right? I'm gonna be the black horse, right? Then you're gonna have 400K, and then you're gonna pay off the code, and then we'll have a ton of money. We'll be able to buy whatever we want. It'll all be
We
perfect.
have to bet against you so that we get more money.
No, you only get like 50. You only get like 10K back for that, right? And they'll all be upset when they claim that when they were like, oh well, he purposefully lost, right? It's David Nor, couldn't possibly lose.
I'm just saying, we could play it safe, haggle it down, and then double it.
When were we ever scared of David Ling Po? Come on.
We're not, but we had a job. Let's do the job, and then we can enjoy.
They call it professionality. Look it up, David.
Professional, just another word for saying less rich people.
Okay.
Day workers.
Let's to the auction.
Yeah, so where you, David, you're heading over towards the cage where Bodak, Gato, and Pixie Dust headed.
To find the
To
auction.
the auction. Well, we'll ask our way through to the auction.
Okay. Which way do you want to head? What you're seeing when you enter, like I said, is off to the side, people doing food and dancing and music and stuff to the left. The fighting cage directly down the middle. The lookout tower and some other building off to the right.
Just literally grab anybody that's kind of like looks like they belong, and ask them where's the auction being held.
Okay, yeah, give me conversation. There's people walking around. You can pretty much ask anybody. There's people socializing.
Spodak is great at conversation rolls. This is going to go really well. He literally is, where's the auction at? Oh, shit. I actually rolled well.
Yeah. Yeah, you stopped
You
somebody.
managed to put a please in there.
Yeah, nice. He actually used his manners and put a smile on and did well. But yeah, you stopped somebody. You mentioned that, and you stopped the auction. Yeah, all the shit's in the back, man. If you're buying, auction, selling, whatever, head to the back. And he keeps walking.
And let's go to the back.
All right, yeah, you guys start heading to the back. You make your way through all like the food court, I guess we'll say, like the food tents, some people dancing, socializing. You're also seeing, as you're making your way towards the back on that left side, when you pass the food and dancing and such, you see a couple like yurts set up and little areas where people are doing like some gambling. You can see like some dice, some cards. You see stuff like that. And you do see some people arm wrestling and Indian wrestling off to the side and leg wrestling and just different forms of kind of a simple strength grappling. But as you pass that, then you see like a row of shipping containers along the back, and each one looks like a couple of them are open, and you can see some people inside talking. A couple others are closed with people standing outside of them. Some of them just have nobody around them, but there's a row of shipping containers. Next to that, you see a kind of makeshift stage, and then a handful of people kind of gathered in front of the stage, just hanging out. But it looks like back there where all the shipping containers are and the stage and all that is probably where they're doing sales, buying, selling, and maybe the auction, things like that. It's looking like that's the area. You're in the back.
Okay.
Over to David Noir. You make your way through. Same type of atmosphere except going through the middle. It's a little more open. People are hanging out, socializing, drinking, smoking.
Right.
Typical shit, but you make your way over to the cage. And there's a couple of fighters in there throwing down. They look pretty fucking beat up, both of them, but they're throwing down. And it looks like equally the crowd is some cheering, some booing. You can kind of tell it's like a half and half, but no one's really hating.
Is there any like kind of official looking guys who got some weird headdress on, or got like a big bellowing cloak, or anything that looks like they're running the place and throwing people in the ring?
Right on the edge of the dome, you can see a table. and there's a couple guys standing there. One of them has like a bullhorn and a clipboard, and they're just kind of hanging out. Look very nomad, but they're definitely looks like they're kind of calling the shots here with the fight.
I swagger over to those individuals, right, and I enter. David Noor, rocker boy, God, I'm looking to fight your strongest fighter. I'll kick their ass. Put me in there.
Give me conversation.
All right.
Yeah, they both look up at you and yeah, strongest fighter, huh? And they look at each other.
Who's the strongest guy you got? I roll up my sleeves, show off the cyber arms.
Yeah, one of the guys looks over and he's like, Vato, I don't think he can take our strongest. And the other guy's like, hey, fuck it, it'll be entertaining. Hey, you want to get in there and do it? Here, sign up. He tosses you a clipboard. You see like a list of names and times and stuff, and you can sign up.
I pull out a pen that I use to sign my autographs, and I just sign across the clipboard, and I throw it back to him. Twirl the pen around back into a pocket. All right. Put me in. Yell at me when you're ready. Dave, remember to introduce me as God. David Noor. They'll know who I am. I'm a pretty big deal.
Yeah, we got you, big timer. We got you. And this guy crazy, local. And yeah, back over
now,
to
who's that strongest guy we were talking about? Let's see how big he is.
Yeah, and while they're kind of laughing at your arrogance, and you're signed up, ready to go. The fighters continue back over to Gato, Pixie Dust, Bodak. You guys are back here to the shipping containers and main stage. And yeah, everyone seems to be gathering around the stage. People are kind of working in and out of these shipping containers too. But that's what you're seeing. All this go on.
Yeah, well, we'll just head in there and we'll look whether we'll find someone who actually looks like he was selling something there.
Okay. Are you going over like along the shipping containers or over to the main stage and crowd, or where do you want to go? Where are you guys going?
First to the main stage, because they were talking about an auction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you make your way over to the main stage, people are gathered around, and it's right about the time that you get over to this main stage, you hear a couple people yell out, and they just basically yell, and they're like, yo, Papa Jinx is coming out, Papa Jinx! And everyone's like, yo, shut up, shh, and everybody's like kind of quieting down the crowd, and all the chattering kind of stops, and everyone's kind of paying attention to the stage, and rolling out onto the stage is this sort of rugged biker nomad looking guy, and he just has a sort of swagger to him, but he comes out onto the stage rolling out on his road bike, and everyone's just like cheering and stuff and yelling the second he rolls out. And he just kind of like puts up his hands like this, and everyone just kind of gets quiet, and he's like, hey, yo, calm down, we're about to get this started, here we go. All right, y'all ready for the auction? Everybody starts like cheering and yelling and stuff. What are you guys doing?
This is the most intense auction.
Yeah. I could have muttered to Gato, I hope this goes smooth, because that looks like one hell of a market over there. I don't want us being chased out of town until we've had a chance to do some shopping.
Yeah. Let's just see what's going to happen now. Did you see whether there were any access points or anything?
Any what?
Any access points to network or something? Whether they've got a network structure there?
Yeah, I'll run a quick scan.
Okay. Yeah, give me that. Give me your interface. And what are you doing, Pixie, while Gato's chilling and Bodak's scanning?
I'm standing like right behind Gato.
Okay.
I'm playing the stoic bodyguard, though I'm sure not many people find me intimidating.
They don't have to.
Yeah,
They find you a little more intimidating when you have your rifle in hand.
And I think when Pixie shows off her skills, because I think at first glance Pixie comes across like a younger female and smaller in stature, but she's kind of got that strength incognito going on, right? I mean, she's skilled and she's strong as hell, and especially with all the new cyberware, but she still kind of maintains that, I don't know, petite female look. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Right, and none of my cyberware is actually particularly obvious. Like, the most obvious stuff that she has is, like, tech hair and shift tax.
Exactly, yeah.
So, like, everything else is
Inconspicuous.
internal.
Yeah, very inconspicuous. All right, cool. Yeah, so you're hanging out. Bodak, did you gave me that roll? Sorry.
Yeah, I did. I need a 7.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell that there is some type of system coming from the stage. But you're not getting a read with that roll on other systems in this trading compound or whole area. It just wasn't that great of a scan.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a bit distracted, you know? People are yelling and hooting and hollering at this Papa Jinx guy.
Far too much interference here. It's the minerals and the rocks. It's interfering with my signal.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all my lack of skill.
But yeah, people are cheering the guy Papa Jinx, and the crowd kind of goes like this again. People calm down. He's like, all right, let's get this started. So the first item we have here, he's like, we got this microwaver. You want to get it started? Let's go. And then some girl kind of walks out on stage, and she's kind of showcasing a microwaver, which you know what a microwaver is. I'm not sure if you've been hit by one, but you charge the battery. Comes with like a one-shot, I believe. But it's like a DV15 to beat to have 2 pieces of cyberware stop working for an hour or something along those lines. But it's a bit of an exotic. Usually goes for around 500. But he comes out with that, and you see the bidding start. And like, I mean, within seconds, it goes like, 100, 200, 250, 300, 350. It's already all the way up to 500. And he's just like, call him once, twice. Somebody else yells 510. And then nobody else calls. So he says sold. And that guy kind of like walks over, and you see the girl go to the side.
€10?
And some people kind of do some deals, and
Oh, you
the
guys
guy
should have
gets
got
it.
in on that one. Microwavers do the shit.
And then
Use it.
Micro for 450. So
yeah, and then he goes to the next item, and then he mentions it's a shrieker. Starts going over that, but he starts going over numerous items as the hour goes on. Some of them are just basic weapons. Some have like smart gun links, some in excellent condition, but nothing beyond kind of what you guys typically have as being edge runners and stuff, with the exception of like that microwaver, and now him calling a shrieker, which is similar to microwaver but affecting the hearing. You get that critical injury. But again, the bidding on that starts going up to 300. It's kind of peaking around that 350 mark. Someone else is kind of pushing it to 400. And then he kind of seconds that. Someone says 450. And he says, sold. And that guy kind of like goes up, gets that shrieker. Then they start wheeling out different road bikes. And he starts describing all these custom road bikes. And they're starting to go from anywhere from like 20,000 euros to 50,000 euros. And it's all just customized road bikes, nomad bike after nomad bike. But back over to the dome, David Noir. See a couple more fights going during all these auctions. You kind of hear that excitement going off.
Yeah, do they point me towards the big guy who's apparently their strongest?
No, not yet. Not yet. You hear the auction stuff kind of going on. And then, and then it goes back over to the fight. A couple of guys just end their fight and step out. And then the guy kind of gets on the mic, on the bullhorn, and he says, we got a bit of a newcomer coming in here today. Looks at the clipboard. He's like, we got Mr. Noir. Wants us all to call him God. A little bit pretentious with that, but okay, we'll go for it. Enter God. And everyone just kind of like looking around. You hear some laughing and some booing and shit, and everyone's just like looking around.
We'll see. I'll show him. I'll show him all.
But yeah, they're calling
Let
you
him
into the cage.
I ain't afraid. I go in.
All right, yeah, you
I
go.
strut it. I prowl it.
All right, cool. You go into the cage. Why don't you give me let's do another. Unless there's something particular, just give me a simple cool check to see your kind of pre-fight banter or dance, your little round around the cage, whatever you're doing to hype yourself a bit while people are laughing.
All right. 60% chance that this is success. Well, doesn't beat because that's 6 at 6. I got 6 cool.
Yeah, you're not winning them
So
over.
meet.
You're
No.
or yeah, no,
I didn't expect
oh yeah, no,
to.
with the cool check, it's just got to be higher. So it's not like it goes to defender. It's you. So no, that's true. Yeah, you pull it off. People are laughing at the God thing, but then you come in and pull some moves and whatnot, and people kind of stop laughing, and now they're paying attention. You even hear a little bit of chatter of people like, I don't know, maybe there's something to this guy. Doesn't look like much, but shit, no, look at him. Look at him go. Look at him flexing and shit.
Just you watch the Atom Smasher is gonna jump out on the other side. Alright, there's gonna be some huge like dragoon or like full conversion Borg.
Well, it's about that time that you start kind of thinking on what's gonna happen, and you're flexing and hyping yourself. That they call out, and on the other side we got ourselves Mr. Big T. And then all of a sudden this big fucking guy steps into the ring. He's got a big mohawk. He's not wearing a shirt, completely fucking like ripped. And he steps in and just looking at you, and he's I'm gonna fucking destroy you.
You can try.
He's just staring you down. Let's do a little bit of a standoff here. See if anybody's getting see if anybody's getting a negative.
Oh.
Yeah, you just failed that. This guy is you can tell.
I was an 18 and I failed that.
Oh yeah. Well, I crit successed on that, as well as this guy has a tremendous reputation in this cage. When you step in, you can tell this guy dominates the cage. He's kind of their little local champ. I shouldn't say little, but he's their local champ.
That's not good.
And you can really tell this guy knows his way around the ring. When you did your little standoff, even with your rocker boy arrogance, it didn't fucking shake this guy. This guy just laughs, stares you down, does not even blink. You're at a -2 on all actions against this guy. You're a little bit shook. You can tell this guy's a beast.
He's a little big. I got the cyber arms. I'll be fine. I look at him. Does he have any guns on him?
No,
as
no,
entertaining, as entertaining as it would be in 2020 to just, because no one disarmed me, to just like initiative and then just pull out a gun and shoot him. I actually think the gun's gonna do about the same amount of damage my melee would.
No, but they definitely disarm you when you enter the cage. At the table.
Right.
No one's allowed weapons. This is, amicable fight
Classy
here.
shit.
So classy.
Yes. The only weapons will be the ones that are thrown down from the ceiling.
Yeah, but yeah,
Once the audience members toss you.
But you're definitely a little bit shook, and the fight's about to start. But back over to Gato, Pixie, and Bodak. The auction's going on and on. They go through all these vehicles, and then you see this Papa Jinx just kind of like, he's like, well, there you have it. I hope y'all are satisfied with today's auction. We're gonna have some more goodies next time, and I thank y'all for the hospitality and support. And he just kind of raises up his arms, and everybody's just cheering and going apeshit. They obviously love this guy. But he rolls off to the side stage on the little road bike, gets off, and is kind of walking down side stage. You see, like, I don't know, four other big dudes, nomad looking, just kind of walk up next to his side, maybe personal security or such. But he's kind of walking through the crowd, and as he's walking off the stage, people are patting him on the back, shaking his hand, just giving him praise and stuff. What are you three doing?
Okay.
We didn't see anything about the code.
No, there was no mention of a code during the auction.
I'll actually
I feel like as the auction's finishing up, you can hear the showcaster yelling in the distance.
Yeah, you definitely.
And here enters.
Yeah, you definitely hear some God references and some laughing in the distance, and.
Yeah, maybe we should go speak to them. There's some private auction that we didn't get into.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll actually go to that. What was his name? Papa Jinx guy.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. You walk up. As you guys are walking up to him, the four big guys with them, kind of like you notice that everyone's quickly scanning y'all and maybe reading your face, trying to get your intentions, but no one stops you. They can tell you're not aggressively approaching. But yeah, you approach him. He's standing there. He looks at you.
I was told that there was a code for sale here.
Oh, son, you're looking for the big sale. All right. You can afford it?
I think I can. I pat the suitcase.
Yeah, he looks down. He's like, all right, very well. He looks at one of the guys. He's like, let's set us up in number 3. And you see one of the guys kind of walk over to the shipping container. And there goes inside. And he's like, yeah, why don't you meet me over at container 3 in about 30 minutes. And I got the code. If you got the right price, we'll make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just kind of nods and goes on shaking people's hands and greeting as he makes his way through the crowd.
Okay, so we've got half an hour to record how David Noir is being beaten up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
No, bet it all
we can go
on
over
me.
the
Come on,
cameras.
400K. You were just going on about the night market. Who do we care about this David Ling Po guy?
I'm not using any Ling Po money, but I am definitely putting some of my own money against Noir.
Yeah, right.
enjoy being bankrupt. Then.
Yeah, when you all walk over to the cage, you see the fight is just about to start. If you are going to put your personal money down, Bodak or anybody, whatever, now's the time because they're about to start. So let me know.
Bet the 200K, please.
200K. Without personal money.
Guys are just playing so smart.
I'll bet like 1K.
Pixie knows you're suicidal when it comes to your ego.
Yeah.
Are you putting anything down,
Low risk
Bodak or
never
Pixie?
killed nobody.
I think Gato was just blown out of the water, but I'm going to put down 200 against.
Okay, 200 against him.
Yeah.
And Pixie?
See, I want to give like Gato money for when I go against this dude. So I'm holding out.
As soon as you go against them, I'll put the money on you. But
Thank you.
All right, cool. Well, the fight's about to start, and here, let me get back to take us back to the main training compound. Look,
Yeah.
Gato, did you put any money down on this round?
yeah.
yeah, you put down 1K.
Okay, cool.
Not very encouraging, guys. Doing all the. Oh yeah, wait. Shit. No, I don't have. Do I have any? Can I, as I'm in the fight, is it possible for me to do the last of the synth coke? Bonus to reflexes.
Yeah, you can. You can.
What's the bonus for that?
I don't have it in
I'm at a
front of me, but I think it's a
-2 right
+2.
Yeah. So can I? It's a -2 for lost face down.
Right.
As a modifier.
If you do the synth
do I just
coke,
add as a?
yeah, now you would have a +2 to your reflexes. So you still get a -2 on all other checks, but when it involves reflex, you're back to normal because that +2 negates the -2. However, you have to do a resist torture and drugs check to see if you're now addicted to synth coke. So give me that first.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I'm down.
You're like, hey, I'm right there with Pixie, and now you were addicted
13.
to synth coke.
You know what? This shit is great. Woo!
So now at least Pixie has a synth coke buddy in David Noir.
Exactly, man.
That's funny. All right, yeah. So now at least your reflex checks are all back to normal. No bonus, no negative. But yeah, the guy is pretty much coming right at you. Give me your initiative.
All right.
I'm not even on the right sheet.
This is in. I don't know how important initiative is in. Oh wait, that's a +2, right?
Yeah, your
I
initiative
didn't
is just your
add-
reflex plus 1d10.
All right, so then that'd be a 14, 15. And can you add luck after the fact, or is it only before the fact?
Wait, did you roll your? I don't see your initiative.
You attempted to roll a command looking for a value of a selected token, but no tokens were selected. Oh.
Just give me.
It wants me to have a token. Yeah, let me just throw me on.
You can just do a 1d10 and
the
we'll add your
arena there.
reflex if you want.
No. It should work like this.
Oh no, I think you're on map level. Let me. There you go. Okay, cool.
13.
All right, perfect.
That'd be a +2.
Yeah, this guy.
And-
Yeah, this guy just gets to jump on you. He comes right up at you, and he just does this big roundhouse kick followed up by a punch. So give me 2 evades.
All right.
Not
Okay,
bad.
Well. Yeah, first one hits. Second one you actually evade. I crit failed on that second. So yeah, he does a roundhouse kick, clear across your chest. However, the followed up punch misses.
How much damage?
7 points of damage. keeping in mind
Okay.
with his martial arts, your SP is in half.
Oh yeah, I didn't incorporate. So that was a torso hit, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you have no
7,
weapons, but you're wearing
I
SP.
have an SP of 5 there, so I would take off. That would actually only be of 7. If I had an SP of 5, that would only be 2, right?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
SP's in half with this martial arts.
All right. Do I bring an SP down a value there? Because
No,
you
no,
hit
it
through
doesn't.
that?
No, it doesn't oblate with martial arts.
All right.
But yeah, and then the second one he misses, like I said. It's your turn.
All right. Is he wearing any armor, or is he shirtless?
He's shirtless, but that's not to say he doesn't have subdermal or skin weave or other things that, you know. You can do a perception if you want to see, and I can see if it's good enough to let you know what you see.
All right. Now here's a question. Do I roll melee or brawling when using my cyber arm?
Pretty sure it's just brawling.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that. When using what?
Melee or brawling when using my cyber arm?
It's either brawling or martial arts when you punch or kick. Do you have martial arts?
All right. And is it an action to make a perception roll?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just going in. Ah!
If you want, give me a perception roll first, though. That's fine. I'll tell you what you
I
see
did
as you're
roll
going
2
in.
attacks. And then I'll roll perception on the
Yeah.
second, after the second attack. Not good.
20 and 15. Yeah, the first
20 and crit
the
success.
first misses and the second punch hits him. And you can tell with that
my.
perception you're not getting a good read. He definitely has some type of armor going on, but he's not wearing it. You know what I mean? Okay, 6.
All right. So 6 points, right, plus the crit.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
is
seem
that
to
2 for
phase
the
him that
6?
much. You know, like I said, that second punch kind of gets through to him, but it doesn't seem to hurt him that much. And yeah, and he takes another couple swings at you.
All right.
Give me your evasion twice.
Even though
21.
isn't
Yeah, 2 evasions.
going down so easy.
Yeah,
18, 15.
second one hits. First one you're able to evade.
Okay, so that's good news. He's not, on average, getting a +10 to his rolls.
14 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, big punch directly to your body. Even knocks you back a foot. That was a pretty good amount of damage there. You're feeling the
All right,
power
so
of this
when
guy.
do
This guy's definitely
states
strong
come
as
into
hell.
effect?
What was that?
When does the death spiral
When you get
come into
half,
effect?
yeah,
Or
once
just
you pass,
immortal?
when you pass half of your HP, you're then considered critically wounded or whatever, or severely wounded. I forget what it's called. I need to look at it, but
Alright,
that's when you
so
get your negatives.
I still got a few attacks to go before I'm at that state.
Okay, yeah, once you
Right,
get
that one
there,
hit
it's a
hard,
negative
That one
2.
hit hard. I got knocked off my feet on that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
Come back up, right? And I come back up with a idea. I want to try and do a targeted attack.
Okay.
What's the minus for targeted attacks?
8.
Melee? -8?
Or brawling, not melee. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. -8 attack modifier. So our first attack's going to be targeted, and our second attack's going to be static. So that will be.
When you do it
That,
targeted, you
13.
can only do 1. And I need to double check. That might only be melee and ranged, but you can do it martial arts. But it's still only 1. Anytime you do targeted, even melee, it's only 1 attack, not 2.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I think.
And we're kind of letting the big knucks slide in that sense, too, because that's considered kind of melee. But it's fine. But go on. They're attached. You can't take them off, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll go with the 13 then. It's the 1 attack.
Yeah.
Ouch! That was an 8 roll.
Yeah, it's a miss. He's able to dodge it. But yeah,
I
rest of
really
you just
needed that
watching and
face down to
cheering,
win
right?
this one.
Anybody else want to say anything? Or are you guys just watching and cheering or laughing or
Bardic inspiration, gentlemen. I need it.
I'm
wrong game?
Right?
laughing and joking, and
Pixie's-
talking about what I'm going to spend my winning.
Pixie starts singing like a bard, trying to get some inspiration going, but then realizes she's in Cyberpunk.
Right?
She's like, this isn't working. She keeps singing. David Noir's like, it's not working.
Yeah, the
Everyone's
back and
just
forth
like,
is not going in
"Please,
David
shut
Noir's
up."
favor right now.
But yeah, he takes a couple other swings at you, man. He swings and then does another roundhouse kick at you, just grunting his way through. Give me another couple evasions.
We're gonna have to change our
Yeah,
strategy.
both hit.
See if he's a fan of
we're
you.
changing our strategy. We're changing our strategy this turn.
Yeah,
Does he not know you're a coward?
14 damage on the first one. And 13 on the second one.
Oh god, that is not good.
And keep in mind, this doesn't ablate your armor, but it is in half.
Yeah. And how much on the second one?
13.
13.
Oh yeah, that's brutal. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, Big Val says, great session, have to go. Good luck, David Noir, with a flexi muscle emoji. She's giving you some support.
Oh, I should have started. I regret everything. I should have not have went just with static punches. I was not gonna beat the guy at his own game. I should have went with grapples. All right, yeah, no, that's it. That's borderline. If I'm not knocked out there.
Where are you at? Are you half, below half of your...
No, I'm at 2 Yeah, that one brought me below half, and then the second hit brought me to 2 HP of 35.
Oh, okay, yeah, then you're like one hit away from
I was at like
being,
7. I was at like before that. I was at like 17, 18 or so. Right, the second, and then 15 is my half. Or sorry, no, 17 is my half.
Yeah,
I was at,
yeah,
like, 20 some.
you get knocked down by that last blow to the point where the two guys in the bullhorn, they're like, call it, call it, call it. And then the other guy just starts laughing and puts up his arms. He's like, ha, 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 ha. And everyone kind of like cheers and stuff. And then they open the cage. The guy kind of like steps out and sits off to the side, you know, resting. As one of the guys comes in and kind of like helps you up, David Noir. And he's like, man, you weren't acting like a god in there, boy.
I want a rematch.
Boy, you need not get any more of him, man. You got enough of him. Trust me, you're good. You're good. He kind of starts dragging you out, and he kind of takes you off to the side.
Is that you? I can see the stars.
Yeah, he does a little bit of first aid on you too. Seems like he's maybe got a little bit of med tech action going, but you're at least stabilized with your injuries. You pretty much need to rest in order to get your healing started or whatever. But you're borderline, man. I mean, a bitch slap might put you out at this point. You know what I mean? You need to be careful.
Oh, everything is fine.
Gotta resist the temptation. Resist the temptation.
That being said, Bodak, you just got back 300 out of that 200.
Nice.
And Gato, you just got back 1,500 out of your 1,000.
Okay.
But yeah, it's only been probably about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so you still got another, 15, 20 minutes before you need to think about meeting Papa Jinx. So
Take David Noir into the RV so he can rest.
you could do that if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
No.
And
Give me
Danny,
a chance if I can finish my supper.
Gotta, we should have listened to Noir in the first place. If we doubled or nothing, look how much money we would have made on that 20k.
Could have come out with 250. with 300, actually, yes.
But yeah, you guys walk out to. You guys make your way out to the RV. Is that what you're doing? You're putting David Noir to rest right now. Let him get some rest. Yeah, you do that. You can make it out, and it takes. We'll say it takes about that much time, that additional 15, 20 minutes. To slowly kind of walk him out to the RV. Normally you'd be able to get out there much faster, but dragging a dude knocking on death's door is taking some time and being careful. But you get him out there. He's able to rest. He's just kind of chilling in the RV, and the rest of you make it back into the trading compound. And it's about that time. You kind of need to make your way over to the shipping container to meet Papa Jinx if that's what you're doing.
Yep.
And that's what we're doing.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over to the container, and you see number 3 there, and you see one of his 4 guys kind of standing out front of the shipping container. And as you walk up, he recognizes you, and he looks over, looks at your briefcase, looks back, and he just like waves you over.
Okay.
Yep, just follow Gato in and stand at his side.
All right, cool. Yeah, you guys.
Nope.
You guys make your way over there into the shipping container, and you're basically, you see it's that guy Papa Jinx. He's in the shipping container. There's a little sort of makeshift desk in this thing, pretty empty. It looks like these are pretty much set up just to do side deals and with a little bit of discretion, you know. But you basically get over there. You get in there. 3 of his thugs are in there hanging out. The one guy out front steps in and closes the door after you all enter. And he's a little more casual in here. You see him; he's kind of standing there. He doesn't have his leathers on. He doesn't have his road bike, and he just kind of sits down. And he's like, "See y'all here to buy the code, right?"
Right.
And I see you got the case. Is it enough? You able to meet the price, or what's up? He seems a little apprehensive. If you want, you can give me a human perception. It's kind of obvious in the way he's talking, but if you want to give me human perception, give you a better read on what's going on.
I'll put the last 2 points of luck on that human perception.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll.
Wow, I
it
got a
now.
14.
I'm not awesome at this.
Nice.
60.
That's a bit awesome. Oh, yeah.
As well as expected.
Yeah, Pixie's. Yeah, Bodak's not picking up on much. Maybe a little nervous, locked in this little shipping container and such. But yeah, you're definitely getting a clear read on this Gato that he's a little apprehensive. Like, he sees the case, he knows you're a buyer. You wouldn't be here if you weren't already invited by one of his family. He knows you're here, whatever. But he's a little apprehensive. Maybe this code for sale is a big deal. Maybe hence why you have fucking 200K. You know, he knows it's a big sale. Maybe he's slightly doubting that you can afford it. I don't know. But he seems apprehensive. But so let's see what you got. Why don't you step up? What's that?
Can I do a haggling here?
Well, I mean, you haven't got to that point, but you could try, if you're getting to that point.
Yeah.
But
I think
yeah.
you have to check the bona fides before we haggle. Make sure we've actually got the cash.
Yeah. Okay. I'll pat the suitcase. Tell him the money here.
Let's see it. Well, I think we've passed the point
I
of foreplay here, little man. Let's see what the fuck you got.
I think it would be really good to ask the current going price.
Well, I'll open the case so that he can see that the money is in there.
All right.
Close it again afterwards, and then I'll ask for the going price, and then I'll start the haggling.
If you weren't here, I mean, if you're here, you should already know the going price. You knew that we had it for sale. What are you offering?
Probably start at like half.
Yeah. Well, I'll start it.
Can we make like a human perception roll to see if this guy needs this? It looks like he seems kind of nervous too.
Yeah.
Does he need this case? Right? Can we set the deal, or can he only get the money from us?
So
Right?
remember, we were given the mission was that Ling Po desperately wants this thing. We got 200,000 to make sure he got the sale above all others. So that sounds like that our offer is like way in excess of the total price. But at the same time, Ling Po didn't want to risk it to chance. It was literally like just buy it outright.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, so don't go too low because you don't want if it's a private bid, we don't want to be locked out. But don't go too high if you want to make some profit.
Yeah. Then I'll just start with a starting bid of 150.
Okay, give me your haggling.
$26.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he looks at you and just shakes his head and laughs. He's like, 150. Boy, I thought you were serious about this. I see we have no other business here. And he starts getting up, and one of the guys opens the shipping container door.
Well, I do have more. What do you want for it?
And he looks at you. just stop fucking around. Let's stop with this foreplay. Make me a serious offer, and we're in business.
I said it was a starting offer. What do you want for it?
All right, I can see this is going nowhere. He gets up and starts walking out the door. The other guy opens up the container again. This time he steps out.
I'll go up like 20K.
Yeah, he
That's
keeps.
170.
Yeah, he keeps walking away. Steps out of the container, and the other guys are kind of following him.
Let's go up to 180.
Yeah, he's still walking away. He's kind of cutting through the crowd now, almost getting to the point he probably can't hear you from this distance.
Let him walk. Let him walk. He looked desperate.
He did not at all. And Gato, you did a human perception roll. He's apprehensive that you can afford what he has, is what you were reading on it. He's not apprehensive over himself at all. He's almost being a little cocky about it.
Then I'll go to 190.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't hear you, or he's too far, not sure. But yeah, he's still walking away. And don't forget, you did try to do that haggle roll, which you lost.
Okay.
So
okay, then
could be something to that. What was that? Sorry.
The last offer is 200.
Yeah, again, like, he's in a distance, probably doesn't hear you by this point. All the different tries that you said, he's kind of walked away a little bit. He's in the crowd. People are greeting him and stuff. It's almost like he kind of wrote you off at this point. You'd probably have to like go re-engage with him. You know what I mean? Let him know.
That started that he couldn't understand me anymore. That started 180, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you need to go all in. You need to try to get in front of him.
Yeah, let's not forget you lost the haggle roll, and you definitely see on the human perception that he's apprehensive at you being able to afford it. You're not going to be able to beat him on a haggle roll. I'm just telling you that. You're not. You already lost. He's got you on that. So
if you're shouting numbers at him.
Yeah, if you keep shouting lower numbers, you're kind of beating a dead horse with that.
You need to get in front of him and make him a fresh offer.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over. He's just meeting and greeting. Shaking hands, kissing babies, style shit. Everybody loves him, obviously. But yeah, he sees you walk over and he looks like, boy, you're persistent. You just don't give up.
I never do. Last offer will be the 200K.
All right. And he looks back at his guys and he's just like, maybe we can step back in and have a little talk. Yeah, and he kind of walks back to the shipping container, greeting people as he goes, saying his parts, but steps back in. The guys follow him. He just kind of looks back towards you. It's like, man, you got a lot of back and forth action, man. Just wasting a lot of time. Can we get this shit done and get back to partying?
Well, we can.
Yeah, he sits back at the desk. The other guys kind of stand behind him, and he's like, all right, let's see it. What you got?
Yeah. I open the suitcase, push it over.
Yeah, you see his eyes kind of light up, and he's going through, and he's kind of flipping through the stacks of money and going through each one. Stuff, and he closes it, and he's like, sounds like we're good to go. He's like, took a while to get here, but I appreciate it, and here's your code. And he kind of like transfers it over. Would you rather, when we do these sort of things, like when they write coordinates, right? There's writing it down and shit, but typically how I always picture this, and you can have it any way you want, like digital transfers, very agent style, like holds it up to, if you hold up and accept, he can digitally transfer. It's very cyberpunk, but that's what he does. He kind of like holds up his agent to your agent. If you do it, he transfers the code, and your agent lights up. You see the code come in. It's just a 6-digit code that comes in. He's like, thank you, and do business anytime. Let's just not fuck around next time. You know what I mean? Don't waste my fucking time. Let's just get right to it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun with the festivities. And, need anything else, just hit me up.
Okay.
Yeah, and he goes back. He's kind of talking to the guys, opens the case, kind of going through the money again. One of the guys walks over and opens the door to the shipping container to gesture you out.
Yeah. And I'll send the code to Ling Po. Or to the the number Ling Po gave us.
Yeah, and as everybody, and also like when he opened it and you guys stepped out, everyone's following Gato, and
Yes.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and David Noir is in the RV. That's right, resting. I almost had a brain fart on David Noir. Sorry, but yeah, you guys step out. The guy, closes it, goes back to business, and Gato, you have the number that basically reaches Ling Po. You send the code in. Like 1 second after you send the code in, you hear a huge. And from inside that shipping container, there's just a huge fucking explosion. And you see that shipping container kind of like welt out and like bend, and the front door just explodes open. All this smoke comes gushing out, a little bit of flamage, and people just start fucking screaming. People are yelling, "Holy shit, what the hell!" And then you start hearing, some gunshots and people yelling. You hear somebody else yell something like, "They got Papa Jinx!" And like, it's just kind of instantly going into chaos.
Okay.
Should have done the bet.
You should assume that you should get out of here.
I'm curious if you get a response back that the code is false.
I'm just
They ain't giving up 200K. I felt like that was pretty clear. It was just up to us to, get the code, but it's up to them to keep the money, right?
Yeah, and everyone's freaking out, and you actually see like a couple guys over that were in front of the auction, like some booster gang looking guys that were there, like yelling at some of the nomads. Nomads are yelling at them. They start like kind of fighting. Then there's like some exec guy that comes out of the shipping container next to the one that exploded. You see some of the nomads fighting with him. Some other people running towards the front gate, kind of to escape, while other nomads are yelling, "Shut it down! Close everything down! Where the fuck's Papa Jinx?" And you see smoke billowing out. Another one saying, "Shut down the compound!" And you see the front gate. The two guys are at the gate, start kind of closing the front gate.
Can I do an awareness check for where he is?
Yeah. Do it. Perception.
There we go. A 21.
Nice.
Yeah, and who are you looking for? What are you looking for?
Papa Jinx.
Yeah.
He's in the container.
I mean, he was inside the container with those 4 guys when the fucking something blew up in there. When you sent the code, it blew up inside that shipping container that they were all in.
We just sent the destination code.
Okay. Ooh.
No one came out of the shipping container.
Our job's done. Let's get out of here.
I will say one of his security guards comes crawling out of the shipping container with like half of a body.
I mean, if I weren't very sure that the bomb was in the suitcase, I would have said, let's go in there and see whether there's something left of this.
Give me a deduction roll.
A deduction?
Yeah, you have deduction. Anybody?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, I can do.
Hey!
Nice. Yeah, Gato, you can tell, I mean, no one else even needs to roll. Gato nailed that fucking deduction. You can tell just by, it was like a second after sending the code. Obviously, you fucking detonated that briefcase. It was some type of briefcase bomb. Obviously, you don't know the details of it. Didn't inspect it to see anything about the briefcase. But you can, with that deduction, you can tell that you basically triggered that thing by sending in the code from your agent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I've already just said to these, we've done the job. Let's get out of here. They're still talking away. Product is moving towards the exit.
I'll actually not run, but I'll just walk normally back towards the door. And if we pass some booster gangers who are already engaging with some nomads, I'll just shoot one of the booster gangers and shout, "That guy just killed Papa Jinx."
Okay. Yeah, give me a persuasion.
Yeah!
Give me a persuasion roll and then your handgun.
The persuasion.
Yeah, you're trying to convince them that guy shot him.
17.
That's great. Now let's see if you know what your hit is. Handgun.
Come on.
Nice. Awesome. Give me the
23.
damage on that for fun, even though, you're not trying to engage in a fight, but I'm curious. was a great shot. Super easy though, handgun. Just had to beat a 13 walking by. But yeah, you say that.
Let me know if he misses.
No, he hit. I'm just waiting on damage.
I know, but like if he doesn't immediately kill him, let me know.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. You shoot that guy, just like kind of grunts out, notices you, but is still fighting with some of the nomads. You're like, that guy killed Papa Jinx. And you're just like, what the fuck, this guy? And the guys that heard that right in that area start really fighting on that guy even harder. Because they believed you. Those two guys did. And they continue
I'm
to
gonna
fight.
go ahead and pull a shot on him as well.
Alright, yeah, give me...
Because dead men tell no tales.
Right.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna go over and just fucking punch him in the face. Because I'm pretty sure that might do enough damage. So, 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
And then...
Damage?
There we go. 19
nice.
for damage.
Yeah, you pretty much crush this guy's skull when you punch him. And he just crumbles to the ground, just a dead lump, and the nomad's just like, shit, yeah, Papa Jinx! And like they put a couple more rounds into him, into his dead body. But people are still fighting and yelling around and stuff, but at least you ended that guy, and the couple nomads that were fighting with these couple booster gangers all kind of, I don't know, feel like they won that.
For like finishing touch, I spit on the body like I'm disgusted with it.
Alright, yeah, you spit on it.
Yeah. But it's going to continue pushing towards the gate because you said the gate was being shut.
Yeah, when you guys make your way to the gate, one of the guys that was security, the two guys goes running off towards that building to the right that was next to the lookout tower. And then the other guy is just kind of like closing the gate, and he sees you all approaching, and he just kind of like pulls out a machete, and he's just like, back the fuck up, we're closing shit down.
Not that far. Yeah, I'm just going to, in one fluid motion, draw my katana and just double slice him.
Okay, yeah, give me your melee.
Which is, I know it's not the best thing to do, but...
I was thinking of making a stare down.
Yeah, I know. We could have talked him down, but...
Yeah, give me your melee.
Yeah.
It's a hit. Give me damage. And you got 2 if you want to do 2 to knock him out.
Yeah, sorry, because I'm on the wrong page, that's why I was struggling to find stuff. I realised I've got it here. So the first one is a 12, and then the second one...
Nice.
You didn't give me... you need to do another melee, though. You did the 3 damage. Oh, there's the your katana. Is that what you did?
Yeah, sorry, the first time I just rolled melee, not realising that I'd got it set up on the
Yeah, no
page.
problem. Both are actually hits, so that's fine. Let me just do the damage real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you take a couple slices with your katana, some blood spurts, and he just like yells out, "What the fuck?" He takes a couple swings at you. 17 and 13.
Okay.
So you got to give me 2 evades.
Yeah, I have it on.
No stress.
Once he's done his attack, I'm gonna punch him in the face again.
Okay.
So, gonna punch people.
Nice. Yeah, you dodged both of those, right? Yeah, 18,
Yep.
21. Yep, good. Yeah, he dodges both, and now Pixie, if you want to take a swing at him.
Hell yeah.
Are you punching or using a weapon?
I'm punching.
Okay.
Pixie is the weapon.
Yeah, I am.
Yep,
I
that's a
see him at
hit.
21 hits.
Yep, that's a hit.
Cool. 10
Um,
damage.
Yeah, you knock out a few teeth. He kind of spits out some blood. You got a second move.
Yeah.
Second
Punch him
attack.
again.
Oh yeah, and don't forget.
20. What?
Yep, that's a hit.
And don't forget what?
No, go ahead. Give me that damage. I'll say it in a minute. Oh wow.
17.
Nice.
Yeah, you pretty much kill this guy. If you want to describe how you end him with this punch.
I knock out his teeth and then I slam his head into my knee.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, his face completely concaves as he crumbles to the ground like the previous victim of your punch. You're crumpling bodies here. But yeah, he just pretty much is dead. You're now standing at this gate. People all around are still yelling and fighting. You can hear people yelling in the backs. Holy shit! Papa Jinx is dead! He's fucking dead! And like people in the back are yelling. It's probably obvious they pretty much found his body.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yep. Just
And
keep
where it
on
makes me
moving
out.
RV.
I say, are we going back to that one pub for that one fight?
It's the opposite end of the city, so why not?
Right.
Sick.
Yeah, you basically, as you're cutting through the parking lot, you get the door open, and as you're making your way to the parking lot, you hear a shot go off. It sounds like a sniper rifle round. It sounds very heavy, like 50 cal style, maybe coming from the direction of that lookout tower or that other building.
I'm pulling out my own assault rifle.
Okay, yeah,
And oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, give me your evade though. The shot was at you.
That makes sense.
Well, you did just kill that guy at the door. Maybe somebody saw it, but.
I mean, I'd be surprised if nobody saw it. 20 for evade.
Yeah, it's a hit. I got 21. 19.
Okay,
Normal
and then
So yeah,
Okay.
you get hit with a pretty heavy 19 damage from a sniper round. Thuds pretty hard. You can tell it was a heavy caliber. The rest of you see that go on. Anybody else doing anything else as you're making your way to the RV and you see Pixie take that hit?
Yeah, the second I get to within 6 meters of the RV, I'm bringing the cannon online.
Okay. Yeah, as you're doing that, you bring that up and you hop on there. Gato, what are you doing?
Yeah, How far away is Pixie from our RV?
You guys are just getting up to the RV right now, we'll say.
Okay. I'll open the door and I'll just wait till Pixie made her shot.
Okay. Yeah, as you open the door, that takes your action. Bodak, you jack in, that takes your action. Pixie's, are you getting into the RV?
yeah, with a move action, I'm getting into the RV and I'm reallotting my combat awareness points, and that will take an action.
Okay, where are you gonna put them? Let me know that, just so I know.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put them in spot weakness.
All of them?
I'm gonna put all points into spot weakness.
Nice.
If I'm jacking in, do I also get to fire because I'm in net space?
No, you jack in, but now you have your 3 actions when it comes back to you, right?
Okay.
Because I was kind of including that, I was trying to streamline the travel to the RV instead of going through the whole parking lot, and you get there, but I had to cut back a little bit of action to have it make fair sense,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I just took an action for him to open the door, Pixie to get in. But now it's coming back around, but as you do that and Pixie hops in, Gato opens the door, you jack in, you see a Nomad vehicle, a truck, come tearing past you and goes to ram into you guys. It's pretty much Gato and Bodak are the only ones out here. So in order to dodge it, you got to do your evade and beat a DV13.
I say to Noir, open a window.
I'm unconscious.
No, you're conscious.
Oh,
Oh, am I?
Yeah. You're only
Oh, I
on.
would have been doing stuff then.
You're conscious.
I
You
was,
just
You're
can't do much.
resting.
Yeah, you can't do much. You can't do any heavy lifting and shit. You can't engage in combat.
Alright.
I mean, you
Because
could.
the
It'd be a negative and
dragon,
you
like-
stop healing, but yeah.
Open the what?
window.
Window. Alright. Give me a second. And then you hear like a bunch of banging around inside. As like it sounds like I fell over. And then like a few seconds later, I'd open up the window.
Yeah, and you open that. Did Bodak and got to give me evade?
Yep, already done it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, both of you have evaded the vehicle. You beat the 13, and I believe with that you can decide if you hop on top of the vehicle or just dodge it. I mean, if you hop on top of it, you're going for a ride. This vehicle's hauling ass, just so you know. It was trying to ram you and keep going, I guess.
Nah, I'm gonna dodge it.
All right. Yeah, you guys dodge it.
I really have to think then.
I'm actually thinking about it. Yeah, no, I'm going to dodge it too. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you dodge it, and as you do that, you hear
in all my dreams today.
You hear
No cutting people in half from jumping on their cars.
That's fine. You hear another round go off.
I'll be sat on top of it, but I'm also firing the cannon at the vehicle that I'm sat on top of.
Well, as you dodge anyways, you hear another high caliber round go off and it hits the side of the RV. But back over to you, Pixie.
No one's in the driver's seat yet. The vehicle that's trying to ram us, is the driver visible?
No, they already, as you were getting in and allocating points, they already tried to ram Gato and Bodak. They dodged and it kept fucking going. It's hauling ass.
Okay.
I can drive.
That kind
So
of that
it's
happened.
not
That happened
physically
while
trying
you were allocating your points. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's not trying to get us specifically.
No, maybe not. You know, the parking lot's in a bit of chaos. Cars are hauling ass in different ways. People are yelling and fighting and.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at the sniper then. We'll see how it goes. Does the sniping scope give any bonuses?
Yeah, you get I believe your scope gives you a +1 to ranged attacks, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Pretty sure.
I just want to double check that.
Yeah, and double check all of
So
that. Now that we got to the new
Sweet.
character sheet, maybe sometime before next weekend, you know, just double check all those bonuses and things, because I know between the smart gun link, the targeting scope, and all that, just make sure.
Second question about combat.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I know this is a little interrupting, but with dual wielding, if you're dual wielding two things, is it like a 2020 where you get the same, where you get you get actions for every thing you have in your hands?
No, so you've got a rate to fire 2, then you can literally fire 1 shot from each gun.
So if I
Or you
have
can fire two
guns,
from-
if I have 2 guns and both guns have a rate of fire 2, is that 4 shots?
No.
No, 2 shots still.
Yeah, two
Because
shots.
your eyes and your mind can still only focus on 2 actions.
Right. But you got that
'Cause I was
hit
gonna
if you want
say,
to
I
give
was
me
gonna
damage,
get the
Pixie.
4 arms and then punch with all 4 arms.
I do get that hit. Okay.
Yeah, it was a hit. He wasn't able to
Uh.
dodge it. He's pretty stationary up there, just aiming. It looks like he's had his scope on you guys since you broke out the front gate or whatever. Wow, great.
That makes
game.
sense.
Dual wielding, by the way, Noir, is brilliant for when you've got different types of rounds. So if you've got incendiary and normal, you can choose which gun you want to fire.
Yeah,
So
that,
4 arms is really good for that if you want different types of bullets.
yeah. So yeah, we direct hit, took quite a bit of damage there. But yeah, over to Gato and Bodak. We can go with Bodak since you hopped in the system first. You got your 3 actions.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and shoot this sniper as well.
Okay.
I should point out that my shoulder arms is really bad, so if Pixie wants to take over manually using this gun, she's going to be far better, but at least I can give covering fire.
Yeah, I mean, she can't do it right now. She doesn't have the action, but you can.
Yeah. It's just more of a kind of a noise thing that Bodak can fire it, but he's not the best.
Yeah, no problem. Go for it. This is contested anyway, so.
Yeah, it's only an 11.
Yeah, you send off some, shoot the turret off towards the tower there, and yeah, no direct hit. You can tell it just kind of like whizzed by the tower. Gato?
I'll get into the RV and drag into the car so I can start driving.
Okay. Yeah, you get in, you get the car going, jacked in. You can pretty much start driving. David Noir is just chilling in the back, trying to stay alive. Back over to Pixie. You hear another round hit the RV as all this is going down.
Okay. Still from that tower from the one sniper, or are there more?
No, it seems like it's coming from that tower. The
Okay.
shot's at you anyways, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take another shot. Really quick. the turret, how much damage does that do in comparison?
The turret is a 46. It's a rifle, but it has AP rounds in it, so it ablates armor by 2, not 1.
Ooh.
Nice.
Fair. I'm going to go ahead, because I don't want to switch weapons at the moment, while we're waiting for a driver to get in the car.
Well, he's on the wheel.
Start moving.
Yeah.
But, like, are we starting to make progress out?
No, you're about to. Next round, he's hitting the gas, and you guys are moving.
Okay. Yeah, once we're a little more out of the way, I'll swap. But for the meantime, I'm just going to attack. Does 20 hit?
Yep,
And
give me damage.
29, 2 6s.
Jeez.
Your damage?
Damage.
Holy shit. Yeah, you can describe, even though it's in the distance, you can describe how you see this dude pop or die or something. Because that was great. That's intense. That's a lot of damage.
I just like the idea he's leaning over the edge. I shoot him in like the kneecap and he falls over the edge.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
Oh, brutal.
Hell
love
yeah.
it.
Looking like a Hollywood movie. He's just like, ah.
Exactly.
Done. Hits the ground. And yeah, Bodak, nothing left to shoot in that tower. There's random people fighting in the parking lot, cars going here and there. Are you hopping into the RV?
Yeah, I'll just hop into the RV, grab a seat, wind down the window, and pull my pistol, but I won't shoot anything unless anything's obviously trying to block us.
Yeah, no, nothing obviously right now, but you do have to swerve because of cars and shit, and everyone kind of trying to tear their way towards this front gate. So Gato, give me your driving. Got to try to beat a 13 here for some swerving to not hit another vehicle.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you swerve in and out. You know what the hell you're doing. But you do see that the main gate that's around this whole parking crater that leads out is now closed. There's the couple guys that were out at that main gate have closed it. And you do see like a couple cars parked to the side, people yelling and arguing with the guys to open the gate. But they've got it closed. You're approaching.
What's the gate look like? Is it just like a chain link fence?
Yeah, it's kind of like a makeshift fencing that's on the edge of this, second crater leading up to the top. It's nothing, it's not like a brick wall or something. If you hit it with the RV, there's a really good chance you'll just break through it. You know what I mean? It'd be ramming, but it's not like it's a brick wall.
Is anyone else trying to ram it?
Yeah, I'm just kind of... Part of me's worried that a fence around a nomad camp is going to be built to stop ramming, but then part of me's just thinking, sod it, just ram it anyway.
Yeah, I'm just thinking ram it anyway too.
Yeah, go for it. You can do that.
Okay.
You can, accelerate and keep going. They have it closed. People are arguing. You're approaching the gate. Give me your... Well, give me your driving first, because ramming anyways, it's not like this gate is going to dodge, but I just want to see. Okay, good, yeah. Yeah, you maintain control as you ram this gate. Now give me your 66 damage.
It's 66.
Yeah, 66.
Wait a second.
Gotta see if you bust through this gate. Oh yeah.
24.
Yeah,
Nice.
you completely blast through the gate. It just wrecks open. And actually, when you do it, that other car that was arguing with the guy was like, "Ah, fuck yeah!" And then they kind of haul ass kind of behind you, almost like they're following. However, when you ram that gate, everybody in the vehicle pretty much takes 5 points of damage and suffers the whiplash critical injury.
Yeah.
Wait.
Ow.
Oh, their vehicle. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't pay attention for a second there.
What?
Our vehicle, I think, yeah.
Our vehicle.
Our vehicle? Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you have
I
to.
go flying from the back of the windshield.
Yeah, you have to take 5 points of damage. So now you're reduced to
Crap.
0. So now you slam down, and you're going to have to do a death save on the next round.
Oh.
That's
bad.
So as you're leaving, and let's do this death save to see if he lives and allows someone to try to save him from that. Nice, you got it, right?
Woo!
Got it, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was worried for you.
He's making that medical roll now.
Yeah, so now you pretty much need to beat, I think it's a DV15.
40% chance.
And you can do that, to stabilize him back. He'll be unconscious, for a full minute, but he'll at least be back to 1 HP. You got to beat a DV15. So everyone can take a chance doing this too.
I look at like Bodak first.
Unless you don't want to.
He knows computers. Like maybe he knows first aid better than I do.
Yeah.
I think he's the best at that.
I caught out my last words.
Realizing that
Take my money. Buy Johnny Silverhand's
Gatto's driving, Pixie's on the gun.
See, I would
Bodak's
picture...
free. Bodak is going to do first aid. I should tell you, Bodak has 0 skill in first aid beyond the 2 points you get automatically.
I was going to say you should at least have
Same.
2. But it's funny, I don't picture David Noir saying, take my money, take this. I picture him more like, go, I'm dying, carry on, but take me with you. Like he would still...
No. Take my money. Take my money. Buy Johnny Silverhand's gun with it, and that's it. I just really want that gun. I'd save it for one of them.
Just say, Bodak, when he's doing his first aid, it's not that kind of like panicked, oh my god, what do I do? It's that kind of cool, detached, this is what I'm expected to do because the others are looking at me. But he has no kind of, there's no particular emotion or stress as he's doing.
You're rude.
It's not you.
I'm just saying it's better than me trying.
When you showed me your bloody hand that time before when your hand got shot off and I took the gun off you and you clipped him and gave you the gun back, that's just Bodak. He's just totally detached, I'm afraid. Right, so that's how it goes.
Alright, let's see it.
Steve's crossing his fingers for you, even if Bodak's not.
What's the DC here?
Well, and everyone, it's a 15, I think. Let me just double check. But everyone can try it. That's the thing. DV15.
Everyone who isn't driving.
Yeah, everyone who isn't driving or manning a gun. That'd be Bodak.
If I plug in, can I still try? Didn't I conclude?
Yeah, I mean, Pixie can too. This is after you guys have busted through the gate. He got that. The next round, he passed his death save. Next round, now you're even further down the road. You can easily, let go of the gun now, Pixie, and try to apply first aid. Worst case scenario, at that point, if that doesn't work, Gatto can pull over real quick. He can give it a shot. At that point, if that doesn't work, we're back to a death save.
So some people in chat are asking about Trauma Team. Unfortunately, we don't have a Trauma Team account. We stole a card off the driver when we were going to the photo shoot. And that's how we got Trauma Team the last time David went to hospital.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, this isn't even city limits. So whatever Trauma Team account that you might have coming out of Reno, it might not make it out here. It's definitely not going to make it way out here in 6 minutes, It took you guys a couple hours to get out there, so there's that too. So pretty much, Pixie, if you want to...
I would just like to preface this that I have a 2 in tech and a 2 in first aid.
Oh shit, might be time to use some luck.
This is the time where you're going to get 3 crits in a row. Let's do it.
Tech, I'll be fine. If this was a droid or a drone, I'd be fine. Tech, I'm okay.
Oh man!
So close.
What did I say?
Did you put luck on it?
Luck?
No, I hadn't put luck on it.
Damn.
It's not looking good. Okay, Gatto's going to have to pull over and give it a shot.
Okay.
I was so close to getting the pistol.
Pyro in chat says use some medicinal synth
It
coat.
was really gonna be great, guys. Wait, we got a good thing going here. I'm dead.
I didn't think I was gonna roll higher than maybe a 10 if I was lucky. Okay.
Yeah, David Noir just literally took his last breath. So, losing hands, shot up, fighting, all these crazy scenarios, and fucking David Noir gets taken out by Whiplash? Are you serious, guys? Really?
I'm already rolling up my next character, MedTech.
Oh man, well, hey, it's Cyberpunk. We got to play it for keeps. We can't fake shit. That's how it went. David Noir, why don't we do this? Why don't you spend a minute describing the last scene of David Noir's death, his last words, maybe his last breath. Let's put at least a little bit of closure and a little end to David Noir since this shit just went down.
It's bloody. It's bloody. There's a crack as I hit the wall. Right. At first we got the guys there like, oh, it's just David Noir. Right. You just took another hit. Like this is not the worst thing. Right. Him spitting up a bunch of blood. Right. He lost a few arms. He literally jabbed an arm back into the side. He's fine. He'll walk it off. Right. But like as everyone tries and goes around, it steadily becomes more and more apparent that he is complete
We make it
internal
worse.
organ. Yeah, just in complete internal organ failure. Right, he's bleeding all over the place. He's been hallucinating this whole time. Right, and he's just like, oh, you know what? The pistol. That's a good idea. But honestly, we had a really good thing here. Right, there was this one song, and then I die.
And I took all of that talk as just your normal synth talk. I didn't realise you were delusional. Sorry.
I like Pixie saying, like, no one knows
Collapses.
really how to do it. Like, he's dying and they're like, get better. They're slapping him like, come on, come back to us. Like,
That works for me.
God damn. Okay. Well, yeah, David Noir just took his last breath. And as you guys are making your way back to, the motel where you all were staying in Reno, you notice other vehicles, whizzing past you occasionally. A couple other nomad-looking caravan vehicles whiz past you heading towards the trading camp. It definitely seems like some shit went down when little Jinx, or Papa Jinx, I should say, died, and, the camp went into chaos. You get back to the motel, and you're there. Grady, when you go to Grady to get paid, why don't you give me a human perception roll from the living remaining team members? So waiting, Gato.
So the social skills, Gato.
Got it. You're not getting a good read on him when he comes out to pay you. But Pixie, you can kind of tell, I guess, a little bit like he's a little bit surprised to see you guys rolling up. But when you do, he's like, you guys successfully pulled it off. You guys down somebody?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's our second suicide mission, and we've come back.
What's that?
Oh, just saying, second suicide mission, and we came back. That's got to get us some credit.
Hey, you guys are pretty good, but like I said, I feel like you're down a little. You're down somebody here. I'm seeing 3, used to be 4.
I wave a hand and I say, you know how Noir is.
Okay, is it safe to say Noir is no longer with us?
So the tour might be at an end.
Okay, well, fuck it. It's 1 less K to have to pay. That works for me. He hands Gato, Pixie, Bodak each 1K. You see him take the other K and put it in his pocket. What was that?
Rob, as I'm operator level 5, I'll haggle for the 20% more on our payment.
Yeah, you can do that. You can try that.
Also, I'm going to lead in towards Gato and whisper in his ear.
27.
Noir gets his share of the payment. Somebody's got to pay for his funeral.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, when Gato and Bodak kind of, mention a little bit of chatter about having to cover Noir services and shit, and Gato works a little haggling. He's like, all right. You know what? You guys made it back. I wasn't expecting to see y'all. I know that mission probably was a little rough. But, yeah, that's fine. Here you go. And he hands you, another 20% above that. So you get another 200 at least. Gato.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, yeah, so I'm going to get some more fucking sleep and we'll see what the next mission brings us, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
And he turns around and goes back into his motel
Real
room.
quiet, isn't it?
I look to both of you and say,
And I'm fighting the urge to put a bullet in his back, in the back of his head.
I say, so group huddle in the van?
I'm thinking group huddle in the van, followed by a drink in Pounders, a fight, and
Yeah,
a celebration of Noir.
yeah, you get back into the RV.
Okay.
You see Noir's body just kind of sitting there
It's
motionless.
still bleeding all over the place.
Yeah. And you guys got this pay. Gato was able to at least get 20% more on his pay. And we can say you got 20% more on everyone's pay since it's a group effort. So we can say that $3K he was going to pay got another, 600 or whatever that would be, right? 600. You
Sounds
said
good.
You said 20%
Yeah, so-
more. Is that what it was?
1,200 each.
Yeah.
1,200.
Yeah, so there you go. So you each at least got that. And then when you get back to the RV and you kind of gather your thoughts on what you're going to do next, Gato, it's at that moment that you get a message from Ava, your mentor fixer, that older woman in Night City. And the message just says, "Sweetie, please come back to Night City immediately," with an exclamation point. David Ling Po is not to be trusted, with an exclamation point.
I say, whoa, so we're heading off, right? We're going to go back and talk to Candy and Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whilst we're in the RV on the way out to Candy and Jess, I'm going to say to Gato, I think we need to fill Pix in on the conversation that we had the other day about Ling Po.
We should definitely. We definitely
What's
should.
up?
So I guess the same night we'll leave to that place where we met Candy and Jesse.
Yeah.
We'll try to get them to escort us at least part of the way to Night City, so that we can be sure that we aren't ambushed or anything like that on our way back. I forward that message about Ling Po to Bodak, and then I'll forward it to Pixie too.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I trusted him, but like, ugh.
We worked for IGM. We got contracted to do a job by Ling Po that just happened to put us against our own employers. Within a week, they had evidence that we were the ones that did the job, even though we hid the tracks, so we got fired. He brought us into his nest, takes us for a photo shoot, and we get attacked by men dressed in Petrochem uniforms. When was the last time you ever heard of a corp wearing... assassins wearing the corp uniform?
Mm-hmm.
Then on his last job, we got sent in against the Yakuza, so we move a body from down under their noses, and this time he sent us in with a bomb to take out somebody. We literally being used as his suicide squad. And
I would just like to say, it sounds like we're going to have a really fun party when we get back to Night City.
I'm looking forward to it.
And we'll go ahead and end the session right there. I really like that last little chatter. That was fun.
upwards panning camera shot.
Man.
As there's just
and it pans
dead body.
I was gonna
everywhere,
say,
and then there's a broken M&M package with just M&Ms spilled all
See, I was gonna say,
you do need to post what you have on your corpse.
I was gonna say it would be like a shot of Bodak, Pixie having that conversation with Gato sitting there, like just looking deep in thought about that message from Ava. Bodak breaks down how the missions went from day one, how he sees it like that, the corruption of Ling Po, all those twists leading up to it, and Pixie agreeing like, man, it sounds like we're gonna have a big party when we get back to Night City. As the camera rises up to look behind them in the RV at David Noir's dead body on the ground, motionless. I love that shit. I think that's awesome. But yeah, that goes down, and you guys to kind of summarize and streamline, you guys can easily hit up, the girls from the Relics of St. Christopher and maybe get a little escort back to Night City, like you said, like you suggested. They're definitely down to help. It'll only cost you a couple €1,000. And they'll get you all the way there protected. They'll even bring a couple other of their nomad partners, so you'll have a little convoy to get back to Night City. So we won't necessarily play that out. We know we're getting back together next Saturday when we continue on. As we said, these are one-shots, but the lore and things do continue on. So what we'll say is by next Saturday, David Noir, I'll get with you privately. We'll discuss new character ideas if you want to continue on with the team. If not, that's fine. We can get a new player in. If you want to, hell yeah, let's get you a new character and have it make sense.
Also, give access to my character sheet to everyone else. You should make like a
that'd
dead
be cool.
folder.
Oh no, I want to. I want to put them out.
Interact with it.
Well, I'm gonna put. I want to put them on the blog, and I'm creating NPCs usable as well from the campaigns. And PWB Ferris Bueller on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord is leading up with the rest of our team the whole Scream Sheet project, and I want to eventually incorporate not only the lore and things from our sessions and my ongoing sessions for other GMs to use, but also character info and stuff so people can start using these things. I think it'd be fun. But just for the sake of streamlining, like I said, you guys getting back to Night City, we'll start next Saturday with arriving to Night City. But I thought that was a lot of fun. You guys were awesome in today's session.
What Gata was going to try to do is to get hands on the music of David Noir, and then bringing out an album. Rest in peace, David Noir. It was his greatest hits.
I was literally bleeding.
Or if you guys want to get, I know there is never that much of a connection to David Noir, but he never took off his helmet in front of the fans. So as long as someone's wearing the helmet, he never dies.
Yeah.
We have to auction off his helmet and his hands.
Right.
Come on.
Well, what you guys should do is, by next Saturday, I'm going to get with David about the potential new character if he wants to continue playing. But in that meantime, you three, without him, should discuss, what you're doing with the dead body and such. Because I think it'd be kind of fun to see what you three come up with on all that without letting me know or David Noir know, Jack know. And then me and Jack get together about the David Noir situation, his new character. We'll get together next Saturday, and we'll see kind of where things fall and how things work out with that. Does that sound like a good plan? What were you going to say?
That sounds good.
I do like that.
Yeah. And I should say
to just get together in Discord.
Yeah. Bodak was not the friendliest when it came down to administering the first aid, because that's not Bodak. But when it came down to the money, it's like, we make sure we get Noir's funeral money. That body's not being thrown on the roadside. He's going to get at least a send-off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all jokes aside and all clashing and butting of heads sometimes in missions, you guys all did work together, and you've done more than a handful of missions now successfully, even when it came down to, quote-unquote suicide missions and shit. So I would imagine you guys have a good enough bond. You'd respect each other, even aside from ribbing and jokes and shit talk,
Yeah, definitely.
But you know how it is. The more shit talk you do, mostly the more you like the others.
Yeah, exactly.
I do take stuff off his body.
It's funny. These people were the only friends David's basically ever had.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone else is either a fan, right, that doesn't know who he is, right, just ignorant to him being completely being egotistical, right, or some people who just can't stand him whatsoever.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and they're one of the onlys that have seen you without the mask or whatever, have worked with you aside from music and shit. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. You see, for Bodak, it's like literally his personality is intellectual and detached, and he stays neutral about people. So he has no bad feelings about Noir, but he doesn't have strong positive feelings either. But then his behaviour would have been exactly the same, whether that had been anybody else in the group. It could have been Gato or Pixie. That's just how he is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he has a professional respect for you, and he definitely wants to make sure that Noir gets the send-off that Noir deserves.
Oh yeah. Also, I see Aqua in chat says, can I add my character enemy as a usable NPC? And it's funny you mentioned that, Aqua, and anybody else in chat. Check out the Cyberpunk Uncensored Patreon that I made. There's opportunities for gameplay and all kinds of cool shit, but one of the things on there is create an NPC. You can be the NPC, make it in your likeness or a character you have or whatever, and I'll work it into either my weekly ongoing or our monthly ongoing or whatever. We'll get it into the stream, and we can keep that going every month, whether they live or the team kills them or you make a new NPC or whatever. But I do offer that on Patreon. Anybody interested in contributing shit to the game, check out the Patreon. And I'm going to be adding more things there, like create a Neocorp, a booster gang, things like that, and I'll incorporate it into the game. That'll be a lot of fun. And just another way, like I like to incorporate the chat into the game. That way I can also incorporate other things into the game from our fans and players and friends and stuff. So, but yeah, again, great session. I'm not going to beat it to death in conversation anymore, even though I would love to, because to me it was so epic with the way things went, and now with David Noir dying. But, let's end it here. Let's see, like I said, what happens next Saturday. After that, we're probably going to go to a more traditional monthly ongoing one-shot instead of every other week and things like that, because I am going to be starting up an ongoing weekly in mid-March, and I want to put like 100% dedication into that, as well as maintaining what I have. So I'm going to do a little balancing there, but we'll get there when we get to that point. What were you going to say, Dave?
Can I mention the thing I want to start up, like the proper that we're doing a recruitment drive in my server, and that we want to run the Corp War?
Oh yeah,
right?
No, definitely. I was going to give everybody a moment to kind of hype what they have going on and shit.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to start it off.
What I'm looking to do. Yeah, what I'm looking to start up, basically, over the past week and a bit or so, we've been running the Firestorm booklets for 2020. Right, how in the ginormous fourth corporate war, how is a big piece of the lore and so on. Right, we're not at the stage to begin like the mass recruitment drive and everything, but over the next few weeks, we're going to be trying to build we already have built factions. Like my Discord of 15 or so people and a few active players on both sides have decided to join the different militaries, and they're PvPing against each other, right? And we have two different DMs running them in the same world, right? I was gonna jump onto the freedom fighters side and then the security fighters side, right? As they have this big or not jump back and forth and stream both of them, like GM for the security team and then GM for the freedom team, and then go back and forth and so on, right? And we're looking for new players for that. Right, we want to fill up both the people who are fighting for everyone of Night City and the people who are fighting for the protection of Night City. Right. So both of those it's an interesting thing, and there's a lot of cool elements going on. We're looking to do it all through, or I'm looking at least to talk more with Rob and start streaming that.
Yeah, so anybody watching, just like we always say, hit up the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord, look for the play category, and you'll see to play Red or 2020 or our play by post. We have West March options, all that stuff. You can go to any of those. Look up GM Jack. He's also listed as a game master. You see him highlighted. You can also see posts by GM Jack, or you can hit me up, GM Rob Mulligan, and I'll get you in touch. But if you want to join that, just get on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord and join the game. That'd be a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll definitely get that streaming. I always enjoy streaming other GMs, and you do a great job, man. I love you GMing too. It's a lot of fun. Gato, Ruthin, you any final words before I kill the transmission?
Was lots of fun today. Only the one point that was not ideal was the death of David Noir. But I think this let's make the best out of a bad situation. So let's take it as a story hook too for us, and otherwise. There's not much going on here. I'm part of the play by post, which is quite fun. I'm also mod in the Discord, and that's all about it right now.
Hell yeah.
I would like to say, as Pondsmith obligatory shout out, Dolan Pondsmith is an artist. And her commission table is open for the first time in 6 months.
Nice.
So, if you guys are looking for characters either in Cyberpunk or in any other game you're in, like Monster of the Week, D&D, whatever, she's an amazing artist. And I'm not just saying that because, she's now legally my sister. She is good.
Nice.
So I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, and let her know too something we started up, me and the team on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord. It's offered through the Patreon, but we're showcasing artists and writers. So now when you go to the Discord, you'll see that category where it's like, writers and artists, and then we have their name, whether they're a writer or an artist, and it's just there for them to post their talents and things and offer services, all that, and other people can like it and check it out. No one else can comment. It's basically your channel to showcase your talents, and then we promote it, and then as our community grows and grows, you get more and more eyeballs on all your talent. So let her know that. And anybody else watching, if you want to get involved with that, check out the Patreon. Oh yeah. Steve, Mr. Bodak, did you have any final words before the transmission's killed?
Yeah, so just two little bits. So first of all, just like a massive thanks to Jack. I'm really sorry about obviously the fate of Noir, but thanks for making it such a colourful session. It's always been great having Noir kind of riding along and just causing chaos. Awesome. But the main one is, most of the people that kind of listen to this, they already know about Sirenscape. If you don't know about Sirenscape, you can hear it playing in the background. So I won't give a big plug to that. What I will also know is we just recently released a brand new sound set called Block Party. So if you don't get any of the other Sirenscape stuff, go get Block Party, because it's got two very familiar voices in it. It's literally got Rob and Val as Mulligan and Raven from News 54 are doing all the voices, and it features a whole load of Rob's music as well. So really, it's more of a big shout out to Rob for all of the stuff he's done for us, kind of giving us music and voices. So massive thanks, Rob, for everything you do for Cyberpunk and all the hard work you put in to try and just keep this community really going as strong as it is.
I really appreciate that, and I'm happy to be part of it. Thanks so much for bringing me and Val in. And yeah, anybody that has Sirenscape or doesn't or whatever, go get that shit. Obviously, we hype it as a sponsor and a friend and a fellow player in our game. But yeah, it's an amazing tool to use. It just really takes the game up a notch with sounds and triggers and all kinds of cool shit. Check it out. And yeah, got my music in there and some voiceover work, so you can hear us in that new sound set. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and again, just final words. Again, rest in peace, David Noir. Although it was kind of sad, I think it's also kind of epic and fun when shit like that happens in a Cyberpunk campaign, especially after, 6 sessions and it makes sense. We didn't fudge shit. We played it hard. We role-played it proper. And this is what happened. And it's awesome to me. It's just epic. So, like I said, we'll get together on the side. We'll work out, what to do by next session. I would appreciate you three decide what you're doing with the body and services and all that. So by next weekend, we can meet up and see how that worked out. Everybody in chat, thank you so much for tuning in and contributing ideas. I really appreciate that shit. Anybody watching, make sure you subscribe to Cyberpunk Uncensored on Twitch so you don't miss any of the live streams. Also on YouTube so you don't miss any of the archived versions and all the new videos I'm putting out. I'm constantly putting out new crash courses and new series and just all kinds of cool stuff. All the links are in the description. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for playing with me, everybody, Rothan and Tara and Jack and Steve. I really appreciate you all. So, all right. Thanks so much. Take care.
Mata today.